fairy had it coming. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I'm not disputing, but execution matters.
So you said the guys that attacked us are bounty hunters, right?
Something
We are
like
live,
that.
just so everybody is on the same page. We're live already. I just started the stream.
Hello.
What's up,
Okay.
everybody?
So you can stop talking shit about that other group of people you DM as well, because they're probably watching.
Thanks for the heads up. I do get carried away sometimes.
No.
Where's the fun in that?
More or less on time for once, and everything seems to be working.
Yeah, there was a big update to XSplit yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what may have caused issues with our sound at the beginning. Was this massive? Like, I checked right now before I started, and literally every plugin, everything needed to be updated. XSplit needed to be updated.
Gotcha. Yeah, that wasn't a burn on you. Just we'd never actually start on time.
No, I totally get it.
I'm debating starting a 6 a.m. campaign.
Oh no! Don't no
Do it.
no.
When would that be?
6
I
a.m.
mean,
Yeah, 6 a.m. Central.
I'm gonna capture everybody's video screens now, even though I know Sarah's gonna hop on and ruin everything in a bit. But that's okay. She's having a rough weekend.
It'll be a while.
Yeah, 11 a.m.
Yeah.
for you, Bremner.
Yep. No good for me. Well, yeah, no good for me.
Yeah.
What day of the week?
Looking like Wednesdays.
Ooh.
Yeah. Not fully on board yet. But we've got lots of people on the other side of the world.
I'm trying to think of something to say that would put them down, because they're on the other side of the world. But I think they know.
I think they know everything you're going to say.
Yeah.
I think we mind.
Well, for those of you who are already logged in, we're getting spun up, set up on the stream, and then we're going to do a recap in just a second. You're all okay hanging out. But it was a tumultuous time.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
The dumbest
I
of
think
times.
I think it was just the worst and the dumbest of times.
Definitely the dumbest of times.
My camera's...
Wednesday wasn't much better because no one listens to Merit. I don't understand why no one listens to Merit.
Well, I don't know if you saw, but there was a whole conversation about how to deal with monks in the Sage Advice chat because of the stunning strikes that were dealt out on Wednesday.
Oh, yeah?
Because none of them are used to fighting against a monk, and then all of a sudden they're all like, okay, how the hell do you stop stunning strike? And it's like, oh, sweet child, you don't get it. All those times you're dealing it out, it does work the other way.
Legendary resistance, I don't get it.
That would be about it.
That's about it, yeah.
Because last night, Grug, the monk, Caliban, and Amperdu Favel made an appearance in the Dungeon of the Mad Mage.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah. Went about as you'd expect.
So you guys got to taste them too.
Just those three. We have one party that's got 3 clerics in it. No, 2 clerics and a paladin in it. And there's only 5 party members. And they keep getting into trouble, so I've taken to calling them a clerical mistake.
I'm fucking getting out of here.
That's hilarious. I love it.
Clerical error, yep, that's it.
Clerical error.
I mean, we have a lot of clerics in our party, too. Thursday.
True. True.
I don't think I've ever had a cleric in my party. In your games.
That's 'cause
Oh,
You're
you
no,
like,
like-
no.
it must be nice.
No, yeah. Fenrir was briefly in Strahd. Yeah.
That saying that is saying that you've literally had every class and subclass in your party.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you saying he's a mid-maxer like me?
No,
Just-
he just
no, he
dies all the
dies.
time
Yeah.
and makes every possible character because he dies all the time.
Briefly a warlock, I think,
here's
for
the
one
difference. If you
session.
really want to cut to the core, here's the difference. With you min-max, but you tend to play all your characters the same. Like, they'll beat the shit out of people for no reason. Like, you play the same character, right? He, on the other hand, min-maxed the fuck out of all his characters, but he wasn't alive long enough to, like, really play, like, any of the characters and get a vibe for the people, because he'd be dead in, like, I don't know, 10
Sometimes
minutes.
it lasts the session.
Yeah, it wouldn't even be the session. It'd be, like, 20 minutes.
Yeah. Record was 20 minutes.
Uh,
I was beginning to think that this paladin wasn't going to last very long after the last session.
they might not. They might not.
Am I not?
You are unconscious in a camp full of clerics and paladins with which your party member urinated on the holy symbol of their god.
Who's
You
that again?
still might
Still
You
might
you
not,
still
I don't
might
know
be
who
down
did
for the
that.
count.
yeah, still might not.
What kind of
survive.
butthole would do that?
Trying to be the most evil in the party, but I don't really get much chance.
A min-maxing piece of shit butthole.
I'm actually
Thanks,
pretty
even
surprised
in-
you didn't try to fight Durnan last night.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. Like,
I
whenever
wouldn't
there's,
fight Durnan.
whenever there's like somebody of like that's like pushing up against you, that's where we're gonna fight. There's gonna be a fight.
Durnan won all my crap. I was a good loser.
You were. I was terrified though. Like when he took your shit, I was like, oh fuck, we're gonna have to fight Durnan. He's gonna kill us all.
I don't fight people unless they wrong us. AKA.
That's definitely not Shanks' approach.
Brock tried to be the good guy and save
I
people
liked Brock.
rather than end up him.
Yeah, I like Brock. I like Brock.
It was a very hot take on the good guy.
Oh, he's a good guy.
I took on 2 dinosaurs, grappled them down, saving a bunch of innocents.
Oh yeah, he did.
I ran away a lot.
I mean, you guys did legitimately cheat and still try to take the winnings.
It
First
was
of all,
we.
You and Flynn.
Mithril did that.
At
We had to
your
deal with that.
behest.
Yeah. I was trying to teach you a lesson. And
At
Cecil
your behest, she did that.
did something else entirely.
Take it easy on the histrionics.
Yeah.
I've hooked up this stream deck. I'm not gonna mess with it too much this time around, but I might be fiddling with certain things and trying them out during our stream today.
Cool.
Just switching between scenes and stuff like that.
Alright, so recapping for last week, the party was hunting for the frog god that had whooped them earlier and was traipsing through the jungle and had stumbled upon this camp here, Camp Vengeance as it's known, a holdout for the Order of the Gauntlet. In order of religious zealot good guys, more or less, who have been stationed out here in Schultz, tasked with fighting the undead who pervades through here. The conversation didn't go well, as the Holy Order thought it was best to shit, there's an official word, but press gang, you guys? English Navy used to do it. Getting sailors in.
No idea.
Voluntold.
Oh man, I know what word you're looking for too, but
Told.
Impressment?
Impressment, that's the word. Press gang was the slangish, but press
Yeah.
gang. Tried to impress you all into doing a 2-week survey of the jungle and hunting down undead. A certain somebody, names won't be mentioned, didn't like their tone, and so had some, shall we say, resistance to that insistence, which resulted in the stealing of the captain of the guard's
Thanks.
holy symbol, throwing it on the ground, and urinating on it. Conscript, that's another great word for it. Thank you.
that's
Shout
what
out to
I was-
Crowd for the help.
Yeah.
Conscript or impressment, those were the two. Throwing the holy symbol on the ground and then urinating on it, which, unsurprisingly, in a camp full of clerics and paladins, resulted in all-out war. Right when the party was on the verge of being killed by the camp, there was a fresh onslaught of undead which assaulted the fort and diverted their attention from this insulting party to dealing with the actual threat of undead, and more or less gave the party a little bit of time to try to collect themselves and get away. In the end, Ribbit just narrowly managed to slip away in means I'm not even sure how. Golof Laren Zenvergen is unconscious in the captain's tent. Shanks is floating like a balloon over the jungle, as he had levitate cast on him. And Flynn is unconscious in the jungle, having gotten sniped in the last couple of feet before he could have gotten away, while Bremner is about 500 feet away, hiding in the jungle himself. So that summarizes all of it for the moment. We are minimally maxed, and it's about to be a whole lot more minimally. So, pivoting over, we're going to start with Bremner, the Lich Wizard who is hiding in the jungle.
First things first, do I see any obvious signs of someone trying to... Do I hear people chasing, screaming, running after me? There's that lich or anything.
Can I get a perception check for you?
No. There we go.
You do not hear the sounds of pitchforks and torches, or get that lich, or burn him, he's a witch. It is the stillness of the jungle where you are.
Yeah. Well, I definitely recall seeing Flynn in danger. I don't recall seeing Lauren for quite a while. I believe I would have seen Shanks from my vantage because I was above the camp for quite a while. I might not have seen Ribbit even. But I'm going to cast Sending to Shanks. I'm going to say I teleported north, approx 500 feet. Discuss plan when you arrive. And you can reply to this message. 25 words or less, please.
I'm gonna say Roger. Floating like a madman, can't stop. See you soon.
Delightful. I'm just going to keep an eye out for him. Hopefully, we'll cross paths easy enough. I think I will also try with the frog. I don't know where Ribbit went, but I don't think they got captured, as far as I'm aware. But I'll send a similar message, but I know they're not here right now, so I don't know. Do we want to hold off until she's arrived, or do you want me to send the message anyway?
Are you asking me?
Yeah. I
Oh,
can send
sorry.
a message. Like, I'm the only one here,
Yes.
so.
No, go ahead and send the message.
Hello, Ribbit. I'm 500 feet north. That's follow the sun-ish. Come join. We'll save everyone.
I don't really have Ribbit's voice down yet. Apologies for that, but Ribbit responds in 25 words with, escaped upriver, badly hurt. I'll try to find you, but literally a mosquito might kill me.
Right, of course. Hmm.
Why doesn't she eat the mosquito first? I mean, isn't that what she eats?
Well, it's eat or be eaten, but still might kill her even if they're trying to eat the mosquito.
True.
Your audio
Whoever
isn't very good. It's not very loud, Goloff. You're gonna have to turn up your audio a little bit.
All right.
Or get a little closer to your mic when you talk.
Yeah.
I need to get like a frog sound effect for Ribbit on this Streamlabs thing, so I can just hit a little button and get a Ribbit.
So I've sent all those messages, and I'm just going to start casting Tiny Hut. I don't know if enemies will arrive before I finish casting it, but I have nothing else better to do with my time.
Okay.
So I'll start catching that ritually.
While Bremner pivots to doing that, Shanks the balloon, what are you getting up to?
Well, I'm holding on to the tree, trying to pull myself down into the woods. How long does levitate last?
Levitate can last for 10 minutes, and in this instance, it goes for the full 10 minutes.
Okay. How long was the battle? Well, probably what, 1 minute, two.
We'll call it 2 minutes in total.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna try to hide and wait for the levitate to be gone before I start moving.
Okay. So you're kind of just clutching at treetops, waiting, and then you slowly just kind of start to descend until the shift between floating and weight hits its Lagrange point, and you suddenly just kind of drop.
After that, I'll try to track down where Flynn went into the woods.
yeah.
I seen him run over there. To try to track him, be stealthy.
And I get both stealth and survival checks as you try to go creeping through the woods, knowing you are gonna have to essentially widely circle around the camp.
Is this a noise-based stealth roll?
Predominantly.
I can't get Foundry to load. Can you roll? But my stealth would be at advantage. I have
Okay.
the boots of Elvenkind.
Right. Do you need a new invite to the link?
Oh.
No, it's just loading.
Why
the
do I not have
Wi-Fi
a
is real
Nat
slow
20
over here.
sound effect queued up? That's another one I gotta get.
Yeah, you do. You can set that up on the Dice Zone Nice module.
Well, I can set up just buttons on the Stream Deck. You know, somebody rolls a Nat 20, boop, plays the sound effect if I choose.
What was a nat 20 on the stealth?
Yeah, you have a 32 stealth right now.
Weak.
32 on the stealth as you go circling around. Next part, let me go ahead and lower your altitude back to the ground. Next up is going to be survival as you try to track any telltale signs, and even that's pretty damn good with a 19.
I mean, telltale signs. They fired a bunch of fireballs through the forest at me. I'm sure
Eldritch Blasts leaves much less marking, and you ran off due west. He was due north.
I'm just
So
saying,
he's going to have a wide circle around.
there's a lot of bodies around me.
But forest is my favorite terrain, so it shouldn't be that difficult.
No. I'm just saying it's like time intensive more than anything.
Hey, thanks for the cheer.
Gotcha. Understandable.
Yeah, thanks for the shout out. And then yeah, your mic's a little bit low. As you go traipsing on, it takes you about a half hour or so to carefully enough cut around and get into the vicinity. As you're exploring around, the first signs you notice are some pockmarks on trees. There's some narrow trunked trees with just like exploding burst marks on it as there's splinters and gouges all through the wood. Then after another 5 minutes of tracking through it, creeping through the undergrowth, there's a couple of times you encounter snakes and other creatures in the growth, but you're able to sidestep it well enough. You finally find a body slumped down in the forest floor. And turning it over, you find an
Do I notice
unconscious...
anyone else like?
You do hear shouts off in the distance. You know that you are in the vicinity of the camp. You would guess not more than 100, 120 feet from the westernmost part of the camp.
Can I do I see anybody around like camping the body waiting for one of his friends to come get him?
No, you do not see anybody currently. You just hear voices.
I'm gonna pick him up and try to carry him towards the way Bremner told me he was.
As you take him and go dragging his body up towards the north, it's slower going. You are still able to be quite stealthy and careful, but between needing to be stealthy and then dragging a body and needing to be stealthy, it's going to take you time more than anything.
Can I get him about 100 yards of where he was, backtrack, and then start making fake trails to where they think if they try to track us, they'd go somewhere else?
Okay. I'm gonna do another. Are you loaded in yet?
Yeah, I should be able to do it now.
Yeah. Can I get another survival check from you as you're trying to do this and lay out a few false trails?
Yep. I'll get under 10. This makes sense.
And yet it's not an 8 like we discussed. I've been looking for them.
Yeah.
You do a better job of muddling your path than creating blinds. And so you look at it, and at the very least, it's hard to tell where to go next. But you're not making very good fake trails.
All right. Then I'll just Then I'll just head back to where Flynn is and try to get him to Bremner as fast as I can. I'll give him a good berry. I'll force it in his mouth. Could have did that first. That's my bad.
Flynn, you suddenly wake up coughing and gasping, and there's a juicy flavor in your mouth.
What is this? What is this? This is delicious. What is? Oh, I don't want to go to school today,
I had a
Mommy.
question
The undead children are mean
while we
to
make
me.
our way. Why does your friend keep leaving you?
What are you talking about? Where am I?
That a wizard going through the tier. I'm not carrying you anymore.
You're talking about Bremner? He has a name, man. And what did you put in my mouth?
I don't even know you that well,
snozzberry?
and I came back for you.
Well, thanks for getting me, man. Appreciate it.
It's a dingleberry.
Dingleberry, it's delicious. So do I have like 1 hit point right now? Is that what a
Oh,
good
no.
Correct.
is?
Yep.
And you don't need to eat or drink for the rest of the day.
Oh, thank goodness. I was worried about that.
Hey, just letting you know the full effects.
Do you have any health potions on you?
No,
Got
you
any
get a
more
good
than-
berry. That's all you get.
Okay, fine. Let's go find Bremner. Bremner, he's got a name.
You can
He's
have
a
more berries.
person. I mean, he's not a person, but you get it.
Here, you can have the other non-berries if that hurt.
I gobble up all 9 berries. Now I don't have to eat for 9 days. Is that how this works?
It'll work that way.
All right, so we'll kind of. All right, what do I need to do? A nature check or something? The survival check to kind of check the forest to see if we can see Bremner.
Survival, yeah. You're not very sure how, but you're able to get orientation of your position in relation to the camp. And based on the information that Shanks gave you from Bramnir, you're able to point yourself in more or less the right direction.
All right.
After about 20 minutes more of traipsing through the jungle looking around, you find Bramnir waiting for you. Bramnir, what are you doing as they approach?
Casting. Well, I would have casted my spell, I
We
suppose.
left
but
a
no.
man behind. Are you okay with that?
Shank.
Am I okay with it? Yeah, fucking leave me, man. I was dead. I
Yeah.
was literally dead weight, dude. You gotta do what you gotta do to survive. I'm a little pissed off, but you know, I would have done the same thing. Gotta be a little realistic with my expectations. We're alive. Nothing bad. Can you heal me, Bramnir? Because I feel kind of shitty right now.
Got a little bit.
Talking
Not a
about
lot.
Lauren.
We're going to save Lauren, don't worry. I like how you're saying all this. You're the one who caused this mess.
Yeah, man. You have to piss on somebody's cross?
You do have.
And I'm
I
not
did give
cleaning
you
up my mess.
3 potions this morning. Flynn, do you not have any of them left?
I don't. Let me check my bags. What kind were they? Because I should add them to
Just
my
basic. All I've got is basic.
basic health potions.
I apologize.
Don't apologize. Thank you.
You had 3. I don't know if you used any.
I didn't even know I had them on me.
I offered many around, and I forced you to take 3.
Okay, well, I
No
will.
one else took any for
What is
some
it?
reason.
1d4?
2d4 plus 2.
3d4 plus 2. I'm gonna drink 2.
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
Ooh.
8. Give me 18.
Right. Yes.
So I mean, we got the 3 of us. Who are we missing now? We're missing a little frog dude.
Mm-hmm.
We're missing Goloff, right?
Yes.
So what's the deal with Goloff and the frog dude?
Frog Dude said they were on their way. They're probably lost.
On the way here?
I sent them a message, and they seem to be planning to meet with me.
Okay. And Golov? Do you get a response from Golov?
I didn't even bother trying. I can certainly try if you'd like. I'd rather not. I don't have a lot of magic left.
Okay.
I'd rather try and take a short rest, and we can try
Yes,
and
let's
figure out
do
a
that.
way.
Let's rest here. We were relatively safe here in the depths of the jungle, I hope. So let's take a short rest, and then we'll figure out our next plan once we've all had a, little lunch, little siesta, take a little nap maybe.
Let's do this. Um,
Activate short rest, DM. I don't know.
As you all huddle in and try to take shelter in the tiny hut, you will be able to take a short rest.
oh,
My God.
and he dies.
As you are resting in there, keeping a watchful eye and trying to catch your breath, you hear nothing but the sounds of the jungle going by. Animals, the calls of birds and insects. At one point, there's a loud toll of thunder, and about for 10 minutes, there is a heavy rain that pours through here as it builds up around the dome and even begins to seep in underneath, but it isn't enough to interrupt your short rest.
Right. Does anyone have any plans?
I
For
mean,
Lauren?
Wait till nighttime. Sneak in, get him out.
How long until nighttime?
Still at least 4 or 5 hours, you think. Off in the distance, you suddenly hear voices carrying over the jungle, barely perceptible through the other sounds and insects. But there are some sounds of shouting and loud cracks and even the occasional roar.
Stay in the hut where it's safe. Question mark.
no, man,
Oh,
this is our chance. They're gonna come back and get us. And they can hold us hot, they'll take us back to the camp. And then we'll be inside the camp and we can rescue our buddy Golov. It's a perfect way to get it back into that camp.
you know what? With the three of us here, let me just spend 10 minutes and get that telepathic bond on. I think that would help us a lot.
Yeah, go for it.
So, ignore me for 10 minutes.
No problem.
As you sit tight, after about 30 or 40 seconds, the shouts die out, and then it goes back to the peace of the jungle. While Bremner is establishing his connection after about a subsequent 9 minutes of silence, you put up the telepathic communication between yourselves.
Oh, it's much better, I think. If I knew exactly where he was, I could pop in and pop out with him.
Could we go looking for the frog?
Well, where'd the frog go? To the river, right?
I said I was 500 feet north of the camp. If they can't work it out from there, they could be literally anywhere in the jungle.
He's a frogman. He survives in the jungle. This is what do they call it? A habitat. This is his habitat, man. He
I don't know
knows
if they
where
use
we're at.
compass points, though. Or know what a compass is.
Look, now you're just making gross generalizations about him based on his race, and that's not cool.
I don't even know. Was it him?
I mean, I'm not assuming his gender, her gender, their gender.
Think about it. Right, well,
We're walking
regardless.
on dangerous territory.
Let's just head towards the river. That's where he's gonna have to come in, right? He's on the river and he's coming towards us. So if we head towards the river, maybe we'll bump into him.
Yes, but they have boats, we know that, so what if they're scouting along the river?
It's a good point. We've got to steal those boats. Oh yeah, and they're scouting.
I kind of want to kill them all.
We gotta get our buddy. What's the best way we can do this?
Well,
Could you get both of us out? Like if I get myself captured, they take me into the tent place. They'll probably
No.
put me with him.
just the one. I can only teleport with one person.
God damn it. Get yourself captured, man. Why don't you get the one? They'll put you
They might
in.
just kill me. I don't think they plan to just capture me.
But that's a risk I'm willing to take.
Right.
I can disguise you like Flynn, so they don't know you're the undead one. We'll put
These all feel like terrible
in
plans,
there.
no offense.
with
Well, you're not really
Um,
coming up with a great plan yourself.
him and then
I could transform into a small bird, fly down, probably manage to find. As long as I just need to find which tent he's in. If I knew which tent
Actually,
he
that
was in,
sounds like a really good plan. I'm sorry I even questioned you. You should do that. Small bird, fly in there, figure out where he's at, bing bang boom. You grab him, we get out of here.
yeah, something like that would be fine. I could also ideally teleport directly onto him and directly out.
Okay, now you're
But-
overthinking a little bit, but let's just stick to the bird thing.
I have no.
What do you need?
Well, I can just do that now, but I have died. If I get hit as a bird, then I'm in a lot of trouble. This is a lot of risk for me, and you know, I like Lauren as much as the next person who's known a person for less than a day. But I also want to kill them all.
is a go.
Sorry.
Thanks, I think you're breaking up a bit.
Should I just bird it? Some sort of tropical bird? How fast are tropical birds?
So are you headed in the direction of the river or down towards the camp first?
What I'd like to do is
I-
go towards the camp with Shanks in the lead,
Yeah,
so that Shanks can murderize
I'm gonna
anyone we
go
see.
And I'm going to sneak towards the river, and I'll tell that to Bremner. I'll say, Bremner, we got to get to the boats. We got to get out of here.
I see what word you're saying, Shanks.
Yeah, you're coming in
Yeah, you might want to
completely broken.
Oh, what word you're saying.
Yeah, Nick, you're all broken up.
So how's that?
As
Do you wanna go in as bird, meet me by the river thing, and then you teleport him to the river? We get some boats and we get the hell out of here.
Well, I have one other idea, but it takes a bit longer to set up. But it's less resources for me.
Did you guys lose our guide? Is she like?
She left. She left in a
She
different direction.
is
She didn't die,
gone.
she just ran away.
yeah,
To be honest, she was useless, frankly. I don't recall her doing anything helpful.
She was useless.
I think
She
she
got
did
away.
give me a
That's more
potion.
than one of
once.
us can say.
I got away.
in that situation, being useless is a hell of a lot better than whatever you guys were doing.
Good.
I don't know why I keep getting lumped in here with everybody else. I'm just here. Everybody's picking fights around me, and I'm the bad guy.
Well, Guilt by association.
Well,
So me and Bremner is going after Lauren. Flynn's going after the frog.
Letting up some more.
it's a little insane to me, but if that's what Flynn wants to do, I'm not going to stop him.
What could possibly go wrong?
We could all die.
Done that before.
Alright, well,
Good enough.
do the bird plan. It seems to be the easiest. You just fly in there, you can figure out what tent he's in, fly in there, boom, bang, bing, we're out, meet me by the boats. I'm taking charge of this. Because we're not getting anywhere. We're just talking about rescuing when we should be rescuing. I'm going to slap mud all over my body and my arms from the recent rains to try and stealth myself into the jungle.
You don't feel safe, turn me into the bird, and I can tell you where he's at.
That's actually a much better idea.
Bremner's like, much less risk for me. I like it.
Basically, yes. Bam. Why turn you into an appropriate bird for this location? Whatever that would be.
For this ecosystem.
Yes, some sort of beaked thing, I assume.
Mosquito? Am I a mosquito right now?
I don't know if they're too slow is the only issue with mosquito.
What would you like to turn him into?
A turkey.
The fastest small bird that would be in this area, as Bremner, the smartest man around, would definitely know that is a blank. It's really smart. I'm not well versed on my tropical birds. Nor do I intend to be.
Unless somebody has a specific request, I think we're going to go with a parrot out here.
Oh yeah, it has to be a parrot. I was searching up the fastest jungle bird, but that's a better
I was
idea.
thinking toucan myself, but parrots,
Parrot works. All right, so you are turning Shanks into a parrot. Do I have that correct?
Let's just check the fly speed. 40 feet. That's fine. Yes.
Is that laden or unladen?
Nice. Nice.
That wasn't even good. That was crud. That's all.
Yeah, it was
crud in
crud.
Chat. Why is it? Does it say my audio is pretty low?
Yeah.
That's weird. Oh well.
All right, so I'm sure that's not the last we've heard of that situation. Is this a European parrot or a tropical parrot, though?
Well, have I seen a parrot around?
You've seen a parrot around. Okay, it'll be a tropical parrot. As Shanks is the one going off on their own to look for Ribbit. Do I have that right?
I thought Shanks was coming after me.
Shanks is looking for.
Okay, and then the two of you are headed over towards Ribbit.
Oh shit!
Great.
No, I did need to be the one to pull him out.
Yeah, so we're gonna stealth our way through the jungle to the shoreline, and expect Shanks to come to us there.
Okay.
Wait, I have the telepathic link, right?
Yeah, we do have telepathic link as well.
But you're still a bird, so it's not like you can actually talk.
Parrots can.
What I know, yeah.
I don't know what the intelligence for parrots.
Parrots can't talk; they can mimic.
You're right.
They didn't evade. They wouldn't, apparently. Is that canon?
It's not canon because there's not an official parrot, but
just think
I'd at least put it around 6.
That's enough then.
Next week you'll be able to turn us into hamsters. How awesome is that? Like giant hamsters.
Well, no, because they have ravens at 2, and ravens are famously intelligent also.
Yeah, tiny bird is
4.
just 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 4 for a parrot.
They have ravens at 2?
Yeah.
Wow. I would have put ravens
Well,
higher than that.
they also didn't give cats dark vision, so clearly they just hate all small, inconsequential beasts.
I guess so.
Racist.
Yeah. All right. So as the parrot is set off to the south, and Flynn and Bremner are set off towards the east, we are switching over to
Oh, look at that.
nice a certain Goluf Larenzenvergen. Am I saying that correctly?
Yes, absolutely.
You finally awake groggily, having stabilized hours ago. As your eyes blink open with 1 HP and feeling pretty damn horrible.
Okay. I look around to try to gather a sense of my surroundings. Like, am I chained up? Am I still in the tent where I collapsed?
You are in the tent where you collapsed, yes.
Are there like guards around me? Is there anybody around me?
You don't see anyone around you, though.
Really? How stupid are they? All right. Well, in that case, the first thing I'm going to do is use my last lay on hands, or not my last lay on hands, but lay on hands for the rest of my pool. So that's 15, but with the amulet that doubles it, that will take me up to 31 hit points.
Okay. That's not bad.
All right.
And then what next do you do?
Next, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself as a bonus action,
Okay.
just in case someone gets a wise idea to try to kill me again. And then
That would be a pretty wise idea.
yeah, wise idea for them to kill me again, or to try to protect myself, or both.
Both.
All right. So now I'm going to try to listen around, see if I hear. So obviously no one's in the tent with me. I'm going to listen to see what I hear, if I hear any movement around the tent or anything like that before I poke my head out.
It doesn't even need a check for you to know you don't hear anything outside.
Really? All right, so I'm going to very carefully poke my head out the main flap, not the one that Flint created in the back, but the main one, but cautiously, like not like I'm not just gonna go, "Hi, I'm here." I'm very cautiously, very carefully, kind of checking to see if I see anything moving around. I don't hear anything, but I'm looking to see if I see anything around.
As you emerge, the first thing that you see are some bodies on the ground, which isn't out of the ordinary given what took place. As you come out the right side of the tent, Flynn, I'm going to put you in here so everyone else can see more or less as well what I'm indicating. Golov emerges here and looks around to see a few bodies, nothing out of the ordinary for the fight, but no sign of anyone conscious and about. But as you come up around this way, I'm just going to put you over here for your view. What you see is a massive hole in the palisade. As all of this section here is gone. And as you look around, you can see a path of destruction all through here, and another segment of palisade destroyed there. And all you see are blood and a few more bodies.
Do I see any of the bodies that I'm seeing around? Do I see any of the higher powered bodies that were really doing us in before they were like the guy who basically took me out with one swipe? Do I see him?
You do see him, yes.
So he's dead.
His body is wrecked and broken on the ground.
From the destruction and the litter of bodies and stuff, can I get any idea what might have caused that destruction? I mean, I was out of it for most of the battle, so I don't know. I don't know of obviously I don't know of the undead incursion or the undead T-Rex, so I don't know of any of that. But is there anything I could see that would indicate what would have caused it, like a footprint or a claw
No
mark?
signs of a footprint, but drag marks and a massive swath. Like the hole is almost 15 or 20 feet wide. So your first conclusion is something very large plowed through two sections of a palisade wall. All of the first row of tents is gone, and a lot of people are dead.
Not only are a lot of people dead, but a lot of powerful people are dead.
Yes.
Like I said, that guy took me out with one swipe. I mean, it wasn't even a battle. It was a boink.
Right.
You're asleep.
Yeah.
Okay. I still don't hear anything. Is that correct?
Correct.
Flynn, highs or lows?
Is this out of character?
Yeah.
Always take the lows.
Nope.
Nope. All right. I was trying to decide if I wanted to loot the bodies that were scattered around or not.
Well, what's your
Lost
alignment?
opportunity.
My alignment's neutral because as Oath of Vengeance, I'm going to do whatever it takes to satisfy my oath.
So would your guy know that we're in the middle of the jungle and we need supplies, or would he just be like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna try and find people"?
Well, that's the thing. Right now, he's like, okay, something massive just tore through here, something massive enough to kill the guy that just knocked me out in one breath. I need to find my companions because if he comes back, I'm not going to be able to stand up to him by myself. That's what he's thinking. If he would have gotten the lows, he would have been thinking, all right, then I need to collect gear in order to have the best opportunity to, defend ourselves against whatever it is that took out the Palisades and all these guys. but we went high instead of low. So, all right. So time to go find everybody else. Well, we originally came in this door here. Is that correct? Master of the Universe?
Over this way. The door's
Okay.
here.
That one? Okay. All right. So
Just as you make your way over there, Flynn and no, sorry. Shanks the parakeet, the parrot.
Yep.
You are flapping along and arrive overhead to see the wreckage below. Mind you, you have the mental stats of a parrot.
Yeah. So do I see the one that I was told to go find?
You do, stumbling around in the middle of this wreckage.
Can I go see, like, I peck at him and try to get his attention? Hopefully he attacks me, but yeah.
Brem, sorry. Bremner, not yet. Lauren, you see a parrot flying straight at you, like dive bombing homicidal at you.
The birds did this.
What do you do in response to seeing this parrot flying at you, squawking, and then flapping, and then driving its beak into your face?
Head, but yes, same difference.
Did you bring me in here? How did I get in here? Or am I just the view for everybody?
You're just a view.
I
You're just
gotcha.
a view.
tiny parrot. Oh my word. All right. So as it's coming at me, I guess I will try to. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to hit this thing, but I'll try. Stupid things flying at my face.
Oh man. Oh fuck.
I better have hit it with that.
Yep, you do.
Who the hell punches a bird in the face? Like, what kind of fucking psychopath?
I like
Well,
it. I like your
In that
style.
moment, Shanks, you suddenly revert to your original form.
Oh. Like
I
after
land
the
back
strike?
and be like, dang, that was a good hit.
Thanks. What were you thinking?
I came to get you. I wasn't very smart. I couldn't tell anything. So follow me. We'll lead you back to Bremner and Flynn.
All right.
Yeah, for the
Everyone's
record,
Did
okay?
you loot anything?
Oh,
I can't find a frog.
I was thinking about it, but I thought, but whatever did this destruction is going to be pretty powerful. I thought we probably would need our um whole team to defend ourselves because it took out the strongest members of the army here, so it could take us out pretty easily. So let's get everybody together, and then we'll come back and loot the bodies.
Fair enough. Well, let's go this way. I'm gonna head towards Bremner and Flynn.
Pushing your way through the gates that were no longer barred, you get to the river and start following the river up north.
Is the boat still there? Cause we could take the boats, right?
The boats are still there, yeah.
Want to take the boats, or we need them anyways?
Might as well.
Shanks, are you okay, Shanks? My concentration dropped.
Yeah,
Yes,
I found Lauren. We're getting the boats. Something attacked this base.
Any more details? Monster? Man?
No clue.
Enemy,
Base
ally.
is destroyed.
Tell him
It's
something
empty.
big. Something
You
really
feel
big.
safe to say, unless this was like a powerful spellcaster doing some kind of crazy damage, it's not a human.
Do you know what
Another
direction it
zombie
went?
T-Rex.
Did you just say zombie T-Rex?
Do you not see the body? It'd be right here.
I assume it's not the frog hemoth.
Yeah, you do see the body there.
Oh shit!
Uh,
Fucking. Am I
Well-
there now? Did I meet them in the front?
You
No,
were
I'm
headed
telepathic
towards
on
the river. You all are just talking telepathically.
Oh, I didn't realize I could hear it or talk to any
Yes.
of these people right now.
Nope, all of you are linked right now after you did the telepathic communication, except for Rivet and Lauren,
And I'm
because you have to be near each other at the time of casting it to have the connection.
So you guys fought a zombie T-Rex.
I didn't.
I did. Yes, but I blew it up with a fancy pebble someone gave me. Pure luck, to be exact.
Okay. Let's go find the others. I don't think that's what did this though.
Is Bremner with them now?
No.
No, you're with me, right?
Yes.
Right.
I know that. Well, Goloff doesn't know, but I know that they were shooting things at these boats. So, are the boats still serviceable, or are they pretty well damaged beyond use?
Quick inspection finds that only one of the boats seems to be questionably badly damaged. The others are serviceable. Little pockmarks, but they work just
Lay
fine.
down.
Are we
Oh,
meeting
very
you guys at the boats? How do the
No,
boats
we're going to
look?
bring the boats with us. I'm going to be in one of the boats. He's going to be in the other boat, and we're going to drag the other two boats behind us.
Yeah, that's great, but I'm talking about me and Bremner. Are we meeting you guys down at the boats right now? How does it look down there? Is it clear?
Yeah, there's no one here but us.
All right, well,
We're all
fuck.
dead.
And I'm gonna just start just walking normally through the jungle to the front with
I thought we
Bremner
were looking for Ribbit.
Oh, Ribbit's somewhere around here. Shit. We gotta find the little frog guy. He's in here. Can we start tracking to see if we find Ribbit?
I mean, that's what you're there for.
It's really not what I'm here for. So what is it? Is it nature check or survival check?
Survival check.
Hmm.
You are just hot today, Bremner. You are just hot. Hot dice.
I don't really want to find Ribbit anyway.
I mean, I rolled a 15. That's not horrible. Ribbit! Ribbit! The creature, not the sound.
Every time you go out Ribbit, you hear like 8 different frogs and toads nearby give a response.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you. What?
Like you're in a house full of cats and you're asking to find Meow.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly how I envisioned it. That's why you're a great DM.
You go around softly calling out Ribbit for a while. As you're in the jungle, there's lots of frogs around to give a response. After about 5 minutes, though, you hear the rustle of leaves, and you see a grung poke its head up from under some leaves where it appears to have been hiding.
Oh, Ribbit! I'm so glad to see you. And I hug Ribbit immediately, and I just start rubbing the slime off his back, tasting a little bit of it.
They're back.
They're back.
As you're rubbing the slime off, can I get a Constitution saving throw?
Hell yes, you can. Can I have disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
You don't need it. You don't need it.
Yeah, I gotta find out about this. Whoa, yeah, you're pretty topped off. You take in a psychedelic 6 poison damage.
Fuck yeah. And that 6 brings me down to 69.
69.
Nice.
There's really something very wrong with you.
Okay. I'm Flynn's pupils are just fucking saucers right now. And he's like, "All right, guys, I'm ready to we got Ribbit. Let's head down to the boats. We're going to come. I don't know why I'm whispering. We're going to come down and we're going to meet you at the boats. We got Ribbit. Get everything ready. See if you can you guys scrounge any supplies from the camp? Are there maybe we can get some supplies before we leave."
Fair enough. I'm gonna go loot everybody in the camp. Look for supplies.
All right. I'm with it.
And inside his mind, he just hears Flynn. And don't fuck around. Bring all the loot. Don't hide any of it.
All right. Once we're looting, Olaf is going straight to the guy who knocked him out in one shot and loots his body first. So I don't know if you want me to roll an investigation check or what, but he's got a personal grudge against that jerk.
And point of fact, Flynn is just,
Oh!
Flynn is just gonna say, "Guys, this isn't looting. This is resupplying. Okay, for legal reasons. This is a resupply mission. We're not looting anybody."
Yeah,
Resupplying off the corpse of the church.
Yes, exactly.
Olaf can't even find him anymore. He gets like, I know his body's on your throat.
Goodness. Alright, so good news is Bremner and Ribbit and Flynn, you make your way back pretty fast because you're moving down. No, you're moving upstream right now. That's right. Yep, you're going upstream. It's just going to take you a little bit. Shanks, are you rolling twice because this is supposed to be your favored terrain or what?
No, you said if I roll an 8, I get a reroll.
Oh, that's
Or
right.
was that
Thank
0
you.
9?
Yep. Nope, you're good. Shanks and 09 are currently under some kind of curse, so their gods are looking down with a smile on them. Quite fitting you get an 18 instead. As you go digging through Shanks, you do find the body of the champion that Lauren is so butthurt about. As you find his body broken and crumpled, one of his arms is contorted behind his back unnaturally. Both of his legs are splayed out at the knees. But everything else seems intact and no signs of any kind of piercing. It seems to have all been bludgeoning or concussive force.
I'm just going to whistle over at Lauren. Like, is this the guy you're looking for?
Yep, that's him.
Go.
What do you do as you find him?
What does any of his what gear does he have on that might be useful?
Might be useful. He is wearing plate armor. He has a great sword not far from his hand and a short bow slung on his back. In addition, you find a holy symbol dangling from his neck and 22 gold pieces.
Make him holy symbol.
Shocker.
Does the
Why am I
symbol
not
smell
surprised?
like pee?
Different guy.
Okay.
Just
Good.
going to.
All right. The great sword I'll collect because I definitely use great swords, and that could come in handy having a backup. probably could use to have that identified at some point. I already have full plate on. So unless it's magical or has some magical properties, which until Bremner gets here, we won't know because he'll have to identify it. But we'll set it aside so Bremner can identify it later. So I'm going to take that full plate off from him and set it aside so that it can be identified. But it'll have to be something special to be better than what I have on, because I did invest some coinage in the armor that I've got on. The bow I don't need. The bow I don't need. I got ranged weapons already. But the great sword I'm going to take, the gold pieces we'll take, and the full plate we'll set aside to be identified. You said 21 gold pieces?
22. Yeah.
22. Roger that.
Scouring the rest of the bodies here, you turn up an assortment of what you suspect are commonplace weapons, light crossbows, longbows, bits of armor and weapons. The clerics each have holy symbols on them, some basic spell components. One of them you find a medium-sized diamond tucked away in a small pouch inside their armor, and basic holy symbols. If you're just going for small valuable things and coins, you rack up about 320 gold in resources, more or less. A diamond, 2 small rubies, a decent amount of incense, and stowed away in one of the smaller tents, you find a small wooden chest with 4 potions of greater healing inside.
Oh, that's good help. Nice.
How many arrows do I find?
78.
Does
All right.
anybody have like
arrows.
detect magic or whatever? I'm sure some of these guys had to have had some magic items on them.
Yes, I do.
That's what I was thinking.
There,
Is like
am I?
when you and Bremner and Ribbit get up here, Bremner can
Do
use
all the
detect
work as usual, yes.
and identify something.
Identify, magic, all the works.
It takes about a half hour for you guys to arrive there.
Well, this is scary. Anyone have any ideas what did this?
I mean, clearly they decided to come back to camp last night after our battle and have some drinks, and one thing led to another. It got out of control, and the men got drunk and trashed the camp and left. It's obvious.
It's the same day. It's only been a few hours.
Yeah, well, parties
I
can get out of control if they're
think
good.
this is something a little bit bigger than an out of control party. I've seen some out of control parties. I've
Well,
closed down some out of control parties.
My God, I had no idea. We should have been hanging out way sooner. I like to party. You like to party. These guys like to party. Look at the wall. They took out the entire wall. That's impressive.
Want to party? I got a dice game. It's a lot of fun.
Dice aren't my thing.
I don't think your dice are weighted properly.
No.
You're 100% right.
No. Always, you gotta be able to find cheaters. And
Good to
clearly,
cast a magic.
So we've got 4 boats. I'm assuming that there are crates and stuff that we could store.
3 functional, as a reminder.
3 functional boats.
Okay, we'll do the magic thing. Let's find the magic stuff, and after we've securely reinforced and resupplied ourselves, Then we'll figure out.
Bremner, do you happen to have mending?
I do.
Could you mend the broken boat?
It depends on the size of the damage. Anything larger than a foot in any dimension, and I cannot do it.
I mean, I don't know why we need 4 boats. 2 boats seem to be working with us before. I mean, maybe we could have a loot boat.
That's what I'm thinking, is if we have a boat that we can just kind of crate up some of this stuff and store as loot, then at some point when we get to civilization, we can sell off, buy healing potions, so we're not as tenuous as we are right now. So right now we are surrounded by weapons and armor that we don't need, but potentially we could sell and use that coinage to buy stuff that we do need. That's just what I'm thinking. But we need space.
I don't think there's going to be civilization down here to sell that stuff to. We're in the middle of the freaking jungle right now, man. We got zombies, Tyrannosaurus Rexes, frog gods, tiny frog civilizations.
No offense, Ribbit.
I mean, some taken, but I'm getting used to it.
Guys, let's just take a little break. Let me find if there's anything worth keeping. I'll do some identifying. We might as well have a rest here. It's unlikely the thing's going to come back for any particular reason.
Fair enough. I'll set the great sword that I took alongside the plate mail, so just in case it has a magic property or not, he can identify that as well.
What time is it? What time of day is it?
At this point, it is getting on to evening time. You maybe have about a half hour before sunset.
Okay, so we're making camp here tonight. We do not have any other options, so we'll make camp here for the night. Make a fire.
I'll dome it as usual.
Flynn will cook an outstanding meal with the ingredients he finds in the camp. They were stocked pretty well.
I thought you had
You'll be
that
happy
good
to know
going.
that. You'll be happy to know that Golf is not a vegetarian, so you don't have to worry about that anymore.
Thank God.
Well, we have plenty
Anxious,
of meat all around us. Do you want to...
It's just like meat's the thing, dude. Like meat's the thing.
He was a minotaur. What do you think cows eat?
Unless he was a druid, he doesn't have any excuse.
Come on. Let's see if there's anything worthwhile in this godforsaken place.
Is Sarah not able to join us tonight?
Working on it, had a flat tire.
Oh, that stinks.
Which is probably the reason why we should take the extra boat with us. Like, if he can mend it, we'll just bring the extra boat. Just in case we get whatever the boat equivalent of a flat tire is.
I was wondering where you're going with that.
Right.
So Bremner, you're casting detect magic and wandering around through here?
Of course. As well as looking at the piled sword and stuff. Just to see if there's anything wrong.
None of the weapons that you've come across seem to be magical that you can spot. Until you get towards the noble who was the commander of the camp.
Oh, the one that we killed first.
Yeah. Sir Niles Breakbone.
Is his
What
holy
is it
symbol
now?
still on the
I don't
ground?
know.
It is still on the ground.
Is it
I'm gonna
magical?
wash it off with the clear water. Keep it as a trophy.
Alright, you pick up the holy symbol. His scimitar, that is long, elegant, it's almost perfectly straight. It's more akin to a rapier with a curved drop point than a curved weapon. elegant thing, quite nice, lying on the ground, and that is giving off an aura of magic.
Oh.
Once you get over here by the goat pen, however, you get a sense of magic coming from underneath the ground.
I wonder if you grab a shovel, there's something magical around here.
They had magic
Okay.
goats.
I don't know. There's a sense of magic. Is it generalized or is it like a specific spot?
I've heard of
Specific spot.
screaming goats.
Right. Dig there, one of you. Maybe Shanks. Penance.
I've heard of goat cheese, but never magic goats.
You're missing out.
Hmm.
Chop chop.
All right.
Push me. I'll get it.
I knew we'd find a use for the bugbear.
I mean, the bugbear saved Flynn.
Well, you just put him in
Um,
danger.
As you go digging down at about 2 feet of depth, you encounter a wooden chest that seems to have been buried.
I'm gonna pick it up. Bring it over to Bremner. Can I see that fancy sword? Is it still in the body? So I'll pick it up.
Sure. I did move it to the pile. I was going to move it to the pile of potential magic stuff, but you can have it. I would like to identify that though, if you don't mind.
Oh, 100%. I'm gonna put it on this barrel, and then I'm gonna start heavily drinking the fresh water.
So those two things, and anything else we'd already collected, or is it just those two? And any magic armor or anything? Or...
That plate Lauren wanted to check out.
The plate was not magical.
Jim? Right.
I have no use for non-magical plate. The plate I have is much more high quality.
Well, regardless, I believe it's just these two things, so I'm going to crack on, do some identifying. Everyone else can cook me a nice dinner.
If you open up the box,
I do, without checking for traps.
bold of you, but there are no traps here.
It was buried 2 feet deep, so that would be fairly secure.
You hear that, viewers? Sometimes I don't trap a box.
For the record, I have no problems with the amount of traps you put in your campaigns. I just want that said first. Secondly, was the chest buried recently, or did it look like it had been there a while?
There's some signs that it's been down here a bit. It's not like rotted and decayed away, but
Well, you can tell by the dirt. Was the dirt disturbed where we were digging?
no, it was not disturbed.
So this has been there. These guys probably didn't put this to here.
It doesn't seem like it was years ago, though, either.
Okay, well, you're the
I mean-
DM. You
I mean,
decided
It's a jungle. The dirt's gonna it's already next to a pond. That it's not
Well,
dry.
and it's right next to the pen inside of a fort. It would be heavily trafficked.
Yes. So it could be put here yesterday and probably look like this.
As you creak it open, there is magic coming off of another number of things. As you see inside, 8 vials of various colored liquids. And in addition, you see 3 small cast iron toys. You see a small, brightly colored bird. You see a elegant-looking swan, and you see a small tree, each seeming to be hand-painted.
Right, I think I suspect I know what those 3 are. 8 potions.
Do tell.
And what's that?
What
Yeah, you
would
want
you
to
think
share
that?
with the group?
Well, I'd rather identify to be sure, but I assume these are summoning statues, if I've seen anything like this before. I've seen statues that you can use to summon the equivalent But I would rather just spend the next 11, 2-3 hours identifying all these things. So you might want to find some alternative accommodation. Alternatively, I could put the hut up now first, and I'll identify in the hut, which probably makes more sense. So I'm going to cast the hut and then spend most of my night identifying. And then try and squeeze in a long rest.
Yeah, I'm gonna long rest in the hut as well.
I will
I'm
also
gonna try to con
long
him.
rest in the hut.
That's a good hut.
All right, so you get your hut up.
Take first watch.
While this is going on, Bremner, are you wanting? How many identifies are you wanting to do?
I'll do all. Oh wait, that's 8. 11, and then it was 2. There was 2 other things, or was it a sword? No, it was just a sword and these things. So 12. 12 identifies. 11 minutes
Goodness.
per identify. So what? 2 hours and however many minutes? 2.5 hours approximately. I don't want to miss. I don't want to make any assumptions. I don't want to make any guesses. I don't want to drink a potion. Turns out it's cursed. I don't need to sleep, so yeah.
Going through, you learn that the long drop-pointed rapier is a rapier of speed, allowing you to take a extra attack as a bonus action.
Ooh.
The 3 cast iron toys are Qual's feather tokens. The bird, you can use an action to toss into the air, and it disappears and is replaced by a gigantic multicolored bird with the statistics of a rock.
Oh,
It can't attack, but it does obey simple commands and carry up to 500 pounds while it will fly you about. The swan you can toss into a body of water, and the token will disappear and become a 50-foot long, 20-foot wide boat in the shape of a swan. And then the tree, you can toss it onto an unoccupied space on the ground, and will instantly turn into a 60-foot tall, 5-foot diameter tree. Instantly.
Instant tree. Delightful. Potion.
You find a potion of speed, a potion of thunder resistance, 2 potions of invisibility, 2 potions of superior healing, and how many did I say in total? I said 7,
1,
didn't
2,
I?
3, 4, 5, 6. I believe you said 8, but 7.
8, that's right.
might be correct.
No, 8. You find 2 potions of gaseous form.
Oh shit. That's a lot of good stuff.
oh.
Who wants these?
I could use healing potions. I seem to be getting my butt kicked constantly out here.
So we also found 4 greater healing potions, was it?
Yeah.
I'll take. I would like to have 1 or 2 of the greater healing potions, if you would.
I think that's probably good. I think we should give the superior to possibly Flynn or Anne Shanks.
I'm good.
We're
I
more
have
likely to
berries.
scout. Oh, we've got berries, it's fine. I'll take a superior.
I'll take a superior and I guess one of the
We've
greatest.
still got 3 greaters. Or 2 if Lowen
I
wanted
have the
2. I
sword.
don't know. I would certainly recommend it. It's good. Or you might want to debate amongst yourselves, actually. Who's better off with a +3 and who's better off with an extra attack?
What do you mean? Where's the extra? I could use an extra attack.
The Rapier of Speed lets you use your bonus action to do an extra attack. Very good.
That's.
But you already have a rapier +3.
I have
so
a rapier +3, but I don't know what I would prefer, having 2 attacks that are mediocre or 1 attack that's, if it hits, is pretty good.
I don't know how many attacks do you get per attack action. Shanks. If you already have an extra attack, then it's probably
I get 2
Yeah.
attack for tax action.
so. It is probably better that you have a +3 and that Flynn has his rapier of speed.
Well, I take I use a bow and arrow, so whatever I use will be just in case they're close to me.
Yeah. Is there any plus to hit or damage, or is it just a bonus attack for the speed?
There is a bonus. It is a +2.
Oh yeah, then I'll take that one. If it's a +2
I
and then
get-
gives me 2 attacks, versus just having 1 attack with a +3, you can have the +3, and I'll take the
Thank
extra
you.
attack.
What's this name engraved on it?
Don't worry
I
about
forgot
that.
his name.
Yeah, don't worry about that guy. That's all I gotta say. Don't worry about it. You're asking too many questions. Just take it. Can't be traced back to you. If any of the guards start asking questions, just, get rid of it. Throw it in the river or something.
Fair
So
enough.
what do I add? Do you want to add the speed one to my inventory
Surely will.
when you get a second? And then
Trade me the.
and you can give him the rapier +3.
Right. Well, what about these 3 random statues as well? The
I'll
giant
have to have
rock.
the tree one. If you
Feel
all
free.
don't want to, you don't want them.
Are they one use?
1 use, yes.
One use. Okay.
So we have
Then
a flying one that will carry you around, or up
Yep.
to 500 pounds. We have a boat one. How they're single use. What's the time duration on them? How long do they last?
Action to toss. Lasting. Okay, so the bird lasts for. It lasts. After 144 miles of flying, or if it drops to 0 hit points. The boat remains for 24 hours, and the tree is permanent.
I like how specific what that was. Like 100 and something miles of travel.
Well, the idea is it's got like an amount of usage, amount of drive time on it before it
Yeah.
expires.
And the tree just gives you a tree.
Gives you an instant tree.
All you have to do is throw it.
1 action to toss it.
I would like the tree, please.
Shanks already asked, but you can take a fighting
Here,
exercise.
I'll take. Can I have the rook then? And I'll throw him the one with the tree.
Sure. What are you planning to do with all these things?
I got plans, man. You never know.
I'm
Yeah,
very concerned.
There's ideas forming in the head.
I got things, bouncing ideas off people and.
Well, do you want the boat? Ribbit? One?
You're going to give the only creature here with a swim speed the boat?
Yes. Makes sense. I don't know when any of us would really need it in a short emergency. I feel like Ribbit's getting the short end though. I'll take it then, Ribbit.
What? I've yeah, that's the thing. I don't have any
Man.
interest in the fly one. what of the loot that we got does Ribbit have interest in? I guess because at this point, Ribbit is kind of getting the short end of the stick.
I
So
want to
what
give
if
them like an Invis or a Cassius.
Did we got our long rests, just to clear?
No.
we have
Sure. You can finish your long rest, yes.
okay.
Lovely. I'll
See,
do it.
I wasn't going to do it until the DM confirmed it because I got burned.
I
by that.
appreciate that. Yep. You should never hit long rest before it's confirmed.
Ah.
We don't take kindly to that kind of assumptions. Ribbit wouldn't mind. We can confirm later, but at least one of the potions of invisibility, and maybe the potion of speed.
Speed would be good for her.
Yeah, it's fun.
Them.
I bet.
They can have that. I assume I'm not going to fight on the speed. I'm not going to fight.
And speed is basically a movement thing, right? It doesn't increase your attack.
No, it functions as haste. Concentration-free haste.
That's
Okay.
pretty good.
That is pretty good.
Yeah, good for a monk. I think that makes sense.
As you complete your long rest in the wreckage of this fort, you wake a little bit before dawn the next day, with no sign of whatever destroyed this thing circling back.
Let's get the heck out of here, please.
Well, we're either going after the Froghemoth, might be pointless by now, or continuing on to the Eldani Basin, or possibly trying to find a Saka, our guide.
Let's keep heading south. You know, why are we gonna look after this? You know, Ribbit doesn't want us to kill him anyway. Why were we gonna kill him? I forget.
It still has that staff that was talking to Sithville. I don't know if
son
that's...
of a bitch! We kind of need that thing.
Did we
Do we have anybody that can use it though?
No, I don't think we do, but one of you might die and then someone come back as someone who can. Won't happen to me, but you know.
Alright, let's just get in the boats, let's just keep moving.
Yeah, abandon the staff. Yeah, sure.
Yep. All right.
South to the Adani Basin. Do you want me to message Asaka, see if they want to come back? Or...
I think she's gone for the together.
We're all trapped in the base, none of us can leave.
Alright, so
but yes, you are all safely gathered back together and long rested after that fiasco.
Fiasco is definitely the appropriate word.
What? We met out like bandits. That was hardly a fiasco.
Yeah, look at all the stuff we got. We're all fine.
Well planned, Shanks.
Yeah.
Planned.
Yeah.
I underestimated you.
You see Shanks distracted by something else as he plays with the sword.
I can't leave this place.
Because the door's locked.
Unlock it! Let us out! We must put our guys by the boats!
As you emerge from the fort, what direction do you head out to?
Where the boats are, right?
Yeah, take the boats and head straight south.
Yep.
Further upriver.
Yes.
Yep. Towards the Aldani Basin that we have marked on our map.
Yep.
As you collect the 3 good boats and push off, you begin venturing back down the river. Who's in which boats?
I'd be with Bremner, I think, in one boat.
Yes.
Me and Lauren's in one.
Ribbit can walk.
Ribbit's in her own boat.
Sure.
I feel, yeah, okay. I feel like Flynn would want to keep Ribbit close. You know what I mean?
Ribbit is small enough that they could probably be in the same boat with Flynn and Bremner, and we can just kind of tie the third boat to one of the other boats and just drag it along with supplies in it. Or, both Shanks and I are strong enough that we could handle a boat on our own, and the three of you guys could be in the third boat.
Well, I don't care what either of you do. I'm with Bremner, my old buddy
Yeah.
that I trust from Strahd, from Barovia.
Says the one who came and found you dead in the woods.
Do you know, if I had to give everybody $5 who found me passed out in the woods, I'd be bankrupt. Okay? You're not the only one who's found me passed out, bent over a log in the woods, alright?
Are you saying
Here,
this
I
as
kept-
yourself or as Flynn?
That's the mystery of it, Corin. That's the mystery.
Are they even different people at all?
Is Flynn me? I don't know.
Is this role playing? Right. Yes, we'll do what Lauren said. Split however.
Okay, just to clarify. As you spend your day floating down the river, can I get perception checks as you're peering along on both sides? Did you send that message off to Izaki?
Sure. I'd say we're just going south of the base, heading towards Aldani Basin. Understand if you don't want to join, but we'll still pay you if you do.
There is a response of, I will do what I can to find you. Show me where, baby. I don't know what you do with the stuff. Show me where. As you're keeping wary eye, Shanks, you are definitely the most perceptive of the bunch, peering around. You, on a couple of occasions, catch activity and movement on the riverbanks through the jungle, but nothing out in the open. And you're not even certain you're being followed. Might just be drawing curiosity from things nearby.
We
Now,
let everyone know. Yeah, we're safe.
do you still have insect repellent?
Yeah. Wait, no, Brock had it.
Yeah, we
Mhm.
should, because we had 10 of them. They last 24 hours. It's been, what, like, maybe a week.
But
Brock
Brock
had
had them.
Yeah, Brock and
I had them. We each bought 10. We all had our own.
right, but the problem is that Brock Shanks and
Lauren
don't have him. Now Lauren
and
probably isn't.
Ribbit probably
Lauren,
doesn't.
what's that? Ribbit doesn't need
probably
it. 'Cause
doesn't.
Ribbit is in their natural habitat, so probably won't need an insect repellent.
Well,
Lauren may or may not.
Shanks technically loot his body when we got into that temple, so wouldn't he now have whatever Brock had on him?
I didn't know if we
Brock was
found.
taken away.
Yeah, we didn't find Brock's body.
Whose
We
body?
found-
We found
We
the other
found
one.
Gilgamesh, but Gilgamesh was
Gilgamesh,
already
yes.
looted by the time. Gilgamesh was already looted by the time you guys found him.
Oh, okay.
I think that was
Now-
by Ribbit there. But
Now, Corin, you'll have to tell me what the benefit of full plate mail will be to insects because Lauren is in full plate mail even with a full helmet. Only his eyes are showing because he wants to cover his race up.
If a dagger can find its way through plate mail, I'm pretty sure a mosquito can.
Oh, blast. That's not good.
That's fair. Do they want me as an undead? Do they give a shit about?
You don't have any blood. Why would
Well,
they
that's
want
why
you?
Well, I assume they wouldn't, but
Yeah, plate's not gonna do anything.
Well, in that case,
Except
I
make
know-
it harder to scratch at it.
you're not helping.
No, I'm not trying to. Uh,
Well, crap.
is there any way I could
Shit,
like?
our cameras are all messed up. Who'd we lose?
Yes.
Nick?
Nick. Yeah, we lost
Yes.
Nick.
All right,
Nick
it'll
dropped.
it'll fix once he gets in here.
Is there any way I could try and like reverse engineer what this insect repellent is? I have some speciality in, I think, alchemist supply.
Well, I did remember I asked like our first time on the river if there was like I asked our guide, is there some natural whatever, and I was told that yes, you can make something rudimentary. It's not going to be as good as.
It's not as
Right.
good.
But maybe you can reverse engineer the good stuff.
But you'd have to have the better ingredients, right?
Look at us.
There's
What are
natural
we
versions
surrounded
you
by? Nature's ingredients.
I'm just. Go for it. I don't want to be eaten by insects, so whatever you can do to protect me, I'm for it.
Oh my best.
This is literally the plot to the movie Medicine Man with Sean Connery.
Man, I haven't watched that in like
So good. It's like
2,
so good.
3 decades.
One of the best movies he ever made. Like
How
God,
does
is
that
that movie
work?
great.
Oh,
Look at that. Look at that. What did I say? My man over here. My boy. I really got
All right.
that 20 sound
an
effect.
alchemist is this shit.
Hey, looky who we have here.
Sarah!
Ribbit. Testing 1, 2.
Hello.
Testing 2, 3.
Thank
You're
you.
really, really low.
All right, so that roll was only to determine the ingredients in it, not to actually go about and replicate it.
Fine, I quit. How dare you? Fine, there you go. Bam!
All right, there we go. Quick recap for Ribbit. Parties all reconnoitered. You are once again amongst yourselves on some of the purloined boats sailing upstream towards the Eldani Basin. No one has died. It took a long time to get back. Something, while Loren was unconscious and the rest of you hadn't made it back to the fort yet, something came through and wrecked the fort. Destroyed a lot of it, killed survivors or drove them away. You didn't find all the bodies, but you did get some loot. You got some potions, and you got a few of Quell's feather tokens.
Feather.
Gave you a potion of speed.
Ribbit took a potion of invisibility and a potion of speed, which is essentially concentration-free haste that you get from drinking a potion.
And now Bremner's trying to alchemist us up some bug repellent and just rolled a natty 20.
Yeah!
Because you realized you're at least light on insect repellent now.
Since two of us don't have any at all.
Yeah, but the point is we're also too far from the town we know of to go back without running out. We're past the point of no return on the people who have bug repellent, you know?
There's also a fairly good chance that if we ever return to that town, someone will try to arrest us.
That's true too.
Well, actually, three of you are completely new there, so that might not be an issue. But yes, me and Flynn should be careful.
I mean, that's just how we roll. We're
True.
wanted in every town, even the ones we become mayors of.
So the 18 will apply, but it won't take effect immediately because you're not gathering roots and supplies while you're on a boat. So that's what you're going to have to be working on when you next touch down.
Fair enough.
Whatever, get on it. We got enough for a couple days at least. Even if we share, spray with everybody, we're good. Just get on it. When we
you just like overladen one person and use them as like a general repellent for the rest of you to conserve. But other than spotting some watching creatures, you make it the whole day and are a little bit south right around here. And pretty soon I'm going to have to reveal more of the map. But it is getting on towards nighttime, and it's arduous work. You're paddling upstream. And so you're all getting tired. It's getting dark. It's been a full day. And you know you're going to be wanting to pull off to the side and make camp somewhere on the riverbank.
All right. So let's start looking for a clearing, someplace where we can not only set up camp, but where we can get a clear view of the area around us, so there's no surprises. What we don't want is to be snuck up on. We want to have fair warning that someone is coming up to our camp.
I keep a keen eye out for the swampiest, murkiest, sludgiest looking water.
At first I
any
was
or-
like, why would she do that? And I'm like, oh yeah, she's a frog. Now it makes sense. Like why would you do that?
All right, so are the rest of you making camp in the murky waters, or are we going to be doing a 2-camp situation?
Definitely 2-camp.
Yeah, we got to do 2 camp. It's not our habitat, man.
No, that sounds easy to dig under, and we got murdered by that last time, so let's find solid ground for us.
I was going to point it out and suggest it for the crew if there was a location like that. I don't know the status of the river, so but seeing everybody scowl at it, perhaps I would say, well, I don't want to be alone. Can I camp with you?
Yes, we're going to find the most unlike that terrain possible. The hardest, driest piece of land, though.
God, that's a little cruel. Maybe we can
Dry?
find something with a little puddle for him. It doesn't have to be the murkiest.
I don't really care how wet it is, to be honest. That was just me being a dick. Something that can't be dug through by a horde of zombies.
Yeah, that's
that happened
fair.
literally 3 days ago.
Yeah, okay. I remember. I was there. It was not fun.
Let's avoid that if possible.
So what options do we have, Master of the Universe? What are we seeing that are options for camping?
I mean, usually flattery will get you somewhere, but if you think I have mastery or control of any of the shit that you guys have been pulling, you are very off. So I am very much not master of this universe. I don't want responsibility for this universe. I'm not taking any credit for it.
Well, the God of Chaos hasn't been throwing anything at us today, so it's been kind of somewhat normal. So
Don't speak so soon.
did I? I haven't seen him on.
What?
I haven't seen the God of Chaos even on today. So, what do we see as camping options? Like, do we see something that's kind of can be like both worlds, where there's some swampy area for Ribbit and some solid ground for us to set up a camp for the rest of us?
Yes, not too far away. You find one convenient patch where you can have your little mud bath within 30 feet of a drier spot that's actually situated on rock.
All right, and would it be in that area? Is there clearing enough that we can see around enough that we wouldn't be snuck up on? Like, would Lauren feel pretty secure in that area, or would we get snuck up on pretty easily by how much clear space is there, I guess, is the question.
In a jungle? Not much.
Yes, I'm okay. All right, I guess that's the best we're gonna get, but at least it gives us space for both of us.
We can
And
start
Ribbit.
blasting at trees if you'd like. That might help, but take a long time.
I'd rather not kill a jungle just for one night. So
Do yourself. Right. Domy time.
You're bedding in as it is already dark now, as it took some time to find your spot. But you've got a satisfactory little location here, and you cuddle in as you get your hut up. While doing so, who's going to be taking watches and in what order?
I mean, I'm happy to
I'll take first
stay
watch.
up all night. But
I'll take second. Nick
I'll
will take
take-
third.
Oh,
I can join everyone on each of their watches. I don't sleep, so
Oh, did Azaka join us?
Azaka has not
I thought-
reconnected with you yet. Sorry.
Okay.
Can I get a perception check for first watch?
Yes. Perception. Don't fail me now, eyes. Okay, you failed me.
Still pretty good perception. I mean,
I mean, I
one
can't
six,
roll less than a
10.
10. I can't roll less than a 10, and I get minus 5, so that's what that is.
of course, reliable.
So 15 ain't bad.
Oh,
Gotta get that expertise.
Okay. In your first watch, you're not sensing anything outside of the ordinary, as you can occasionally hear whatever ribbit snoring sounds like to the southeast.
Okay, so nothing unusual. I just hear ribbit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And second watch,
yeah. Did I fall asleep? Is that what happened?
yeah, you fell asleep. Who had third watch?
We gave it to Nick, but Nick has a family issue going on, I guess. So
I'll do, and then it was Bremner with fourth.
Sure.
Okay.
Da-da-da.
Nick's doing his job pretty well.
Did I fall asleep? No.
You do not fall asleep. However, what you do,
Haha, doo-doo. Sorry.
is hear the crack of a branch not 10 feet from the dome.
Hello?
You hear the rustling of leaves,
Okay.
and then you hear a soft, broken voice say, "Hello?
Can I help you?
Where are you?"
Doesn't matter. Who are you?
I. Why should it matter to you? He says suddenly.
Well, you seem to be stumbling upon us, and I need to know if you're friend or foe.
How do I know what you are?
Well, we're here trying to dispel an evil affliction, malady, curse, some sort of thing that's stopping death from working correctly. So anyone who's also trying to do that is presumably an ally. Is that something you're trying to do?
I seek vengeance.
Vengeance on
Giants.
who?
Giants?
Giants? I haven't
Are
seen
there
them.
giants in there with you?
Do you think they'd fit? I've got
I don't
man?
know.
a
I
bugbear.
can't.
What else have I got? Undetermined. I will bring this up before we meet. I am a lich. If that's going to be a problem, say so now. Just I'm a straight shooter. I'm not a giant, though.
My name is Purvar. And then stepping forward, you can just see emerging from the jungle a figure clad in armor, looking about. Not able to tell precisely where you are, just hearing your voice. What brings you here?
Well, precisely as I said, we have information that has led us to believe that somewhere in this jungle is the source of an affliction that is stopping people from returning from the dead. And we are trying to find that.
Affliction of undead? What do you even know of such things?
Quite a lot, actually, but that's neither here nor there. I assume you know nothing of some sort of strange, evil cult, strange new beast, cursed waters, anything, that happened within the past month or so that drastically changed anything here.
You told him you were a lich, right? I didn't imagine that.
I did. No, I said it straight up. I'm more than happy for him to come kill me.
Your state was chosen. Mine was forced upon me.
Oh, are you undead?
It seems to be.
Give me a moment. Let me just kick my companions. I kick Flynn.
What? Huh?
There's someone, I think their name was Torvar, something like that. Some sort of creature who has been cursed with undeath, who hates giants, and can't find where we are. Do you want to wake up Lauren and
Yeah,
I'll go kick Shanks and
I think I'll wake him up.
we can work this all out.
I rolled a 21 with perception. I don't know if I can perceive anything as sleeping, but while sleeping. But I wanted to ask if I would have awoken with the conversation.
You do stir awake because they're not trying to be quiet.
I hop to my feet and just stare at out the opaque wall, which is see-through. What does this figure look like?
I'm sorry, opaque wall that's see-through?
It's opaque on the outside. We can see through it. You know that.
Yes, but so you move into it then, to be clear. Because if you're on the outside, you can't see through 2 layers, even if you are one of the people granted permission.
I was sleeping in the hut. It wasn't established, but that was where
Oh, got it.
placed
I thought
myself.
you were in the mud pile.
I only have to be in the mud pile for an hour. The rest of the time, I want to
Okay.
be closer to friends.
Get them all poisoned as they roll over. You awaken and see the figure as well, who's still kind of like looking aimlessly at your general dome.
What does this figure look like? Shadowed in the
Humanoid, 6 feet tall, pretty brawny. You can't tell too well. You're not actually casting light, and you don't have dark vision.
I do. I'm superior.
Why is it not reflecting?
Well, I may be lying. That may be why. Let me check.
I'm curious where you got the superior then also, because neither Grung nor monks get that usually.
Nope.
Nope.
Sounds like a warlock thing. But
Yeah, I lied. I unintentionally lied. Apologies.
Mentirosa!
Oof. Sorry. I'm blind. I don't see this figure. I look in the wrong direction.
You hear the voices all the same.
Mm.
Now you're all awake and hearing this conversation. How do the rest of you intervene, or do you just let Bremner keep talking into the darkness?
I'm just gonna watch silently.
Have you seen giants in these parts?
so we saw a frog hemoth of some sort. I don't know if that counts as a giant. We saw something very large. Don't think it was a giant, but it broke through a camp not about day travel north. Specifically giants. No, I've seen a T-Rex or 2. Has anyone else seen a giant? Some of you were in the jungle before us.
No giants while I was here. Ribbit, you lived your life here. Have you seen giants?
Let me think. DM?
Giants aren't like native here.
If the our Froghemoth god is a giant, then yeah. But I don't know of any other kind of giant. Dinosaurs are giants. If they're not native here, and I haven't seen one, I don't know what a giant you refer to other than its actual physical trait of being large.
Destruction of a fort, you say? That might be what I seek then. Bremner, after a little bit of interacting and getting some sight of this creature, could I get a Arcana check from you?
Absolutely. Oh, you mother. Still fine for 2, I suppose.
Should we come out of our dome so that we can have an actual conversation with this guy, or should we just stay with the dome in between him and us? so it's protective.
Hey, if are you looking for giants or are you looking for Fort Vengeance?
Giant.
Okay. Well, we haven't seen any, so good luck. Bye.
Bye.
You can go now.
Would be.
Is he still there? I ask Bremner.
You watch as he slowly turns and starts to wander off southward into the darkness.
Wait. What's your name?
Can I
Tell us your
try?
name.
Tovar. His name was Tovar. He said that.
Can I try and command it to tell me how it got here?
Oh, thanks, Laren.
You could give me a persuasion or intimidation check with advantage.
Sure. I forgot to do the thing. There you go. Nope.
I'm trying to figure out what makes him think giants are up here if they're not normal to this area, and why he's chasing giants up here. But you've already sent him away, and so not really interested in chasing him down for the sake of a strange conversation about giants that don't exist.
The figure just continues walking without response.
Wait, do you think he knows something that we don't? Because maybe
I
we should.
certainly do. Well, I'm
I-
more interested, actually. So I think we should track it down and try and figure out who its master is.
I light a torch and I leave the hut, hopping after this figure, whatever direction it
Oh.
may.
Blast! I'll go after the ribbit.
I will follow as well.
Tovar! Wait a moment. Your time,
To-
please.
Yeah.
What is it that you wish?
What?
So, yeah,
What?
go ahead.
What is it that has drawn you to this location? If giants aren't normally in this region, what makes you so certain that they are here?
Because one killed me.
On this island, a giant killed you?
That is correct.
Was it a solitary giant or was it amongst a clan?
There were several of them.
That's troubling. Our lich wants to know the name of your master. Who raised you?
I know not. I woke up crumpled and crushed, stomped into the earth. My body is broken, and all I desire is revenge. But so far as I know, no one raised me.
So, where were you crushed?
I was crushed Not far from here, to the north, by a statue. I've been wandering south since I awoke.
Oh,
Can you take us there?
yeah.
What?
I'd like to
We might
see.
be able to help you find where these giants are, if you're still planning to kill them.
I am, but they are not still there. I searched all through there.
Well, we have an excellent tracker with us, isn't that right, Shanks?
They are not there any longer. I can tell you that with certainty. I have been scanning through there, but it was a statue of a man with bronze fists. That is where I was struck.
Zaka? I don't think I've seen a man with a bronze fist.
Yeah, was
Have
that
you?
Here?
Zaka's not met back up with you yet.
It's not here.
Oh, when did we lose a Zaka? And I look around like, wait,
Who's
What?
Zaka?
Did you even meet Zaka?
When things were... Yeah,
Yeah,
you
she-
actually... Yeah,
She ran
was-
away when things went to crap in the
Yes.
camp.
Yes. Basically, as soon as you pressed on this symbol.
Yeah.
It's-
oh yeah.
Yes.
So wait, just a little posit here. If Tovar here was crushed by giants, but came back, isn't that the thing that we're trying to fix?
Not quite,
Not in death.
because he came back as an undead. We want people to come back as their normal selves.
Oh.
So, like,
What is this you're talking about of fixing?
there's a curse across the entire land where when a cleric casts a resurrection spell, or a revivify spell, or a raise dead spell, those spells, instead of performing their rites, are failing. And no one can be returned to their bodies. Their souls instead are lost. And so we're trying to determine the nature of this curse and what is causing it. We have traced it back to this island. My pantheon has struck an oath of vengeance, which is why I am here. My companions have come. They've been hired by someone. I have not met them yet, but someone to try to seek the origin of this curse and destroy it. But we're also seeking the same thing, to find the origin of this curse and eliminate it. But basically, instead of returning to their normal bodies, apparently you've returned as an undead. And that's not good.
You hear him curse under his breath, and he says, "Just my luck, then. How long has this curse been going on for?"
At least 30 days or so, I believe. It's hard to keep track.
Ah. Well, that explains it, then. I've been wandering through here for 2 months.
Well, to... You know, I think it would be wise if you came along with us. And I try to use my knowledge of necromancy and the creation of the necromancy to instead try and command him to listen to my suggestions. And I try to use my command undead feature on him to become my ally, if that's possible.
How do you go about doing that as you try to focus and exert your will on him?
Yes, so I'm sort of like with my Lich sight as well. I'm trying to see these inner workings, whoever created it or whatever raised it, exactly how they did it. And I'm trying to find a weak spot that I can manipulate with my subtle magics, so that I can take control instead of whatever originally created it, or however it was created.
Because you don't know how it was created because you rolled terribly on your Arcana check.
No, I do not know how it was created. But maybe, given time, we can find its creator.
As you start to focus in on him, you see his demeanor change, and he focuses, and he kind of grimaces and clenches his fist, and he is going to make an intelligence saving throw.
Good luck. Ooh.
And absolutely whiffs it, as after about 12 strenuous seconds, he suddenly just kind of relaxes and slumps his shoulders a little bit and looks up at you and he says, "Very well."
Well, this is fun. So, tell me, have you lied to us so far?
I have no reason to lie.
Will you lead us back to that statue now?
If you desire, yes, I can do so.
What do we think, everyone? Shall we go check out that statue? I'm curious. It's not too far.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go check it out. Never seen a statue with bronze hands before.
Either way.
Are we leaving at this time?
Well, I didn't need a long rest myself, so it's easy enough for me. I don't know about the rest of you.
Yeah, we could probably use a long rest.
Never mind then. We can wait. You alright, Ribbit? Something wrong?
Wait, yeah, I could use a few more hours. I'm sleepy.
We will be leaving after we finished our rest.
As you wish, then.
Is the hut still up?
Yes, the hut is still up. You've got about an hour and a half more of rest needed.
I hold out my hand to Tovar. Come on. Come. There's a safe spot in here.
Well, I don't know.
You cannot enter.
No, not until I recast it.
Well, okay, we'll see you in a little bit.
Feel free to look out for anyone who might try to harm us.
He just kind of
Please.
crosses his legs and sits down just outside of the hut.
This is fun.
And as you wait, you get through the remaining hour or so and have all completed a long rest.
By chance, is there, in the long rest during maybe half an hour to 2 hours, may I use my poisonous skin to, do I excrete anything in this world so that I can coat my arrows and dagger? If not, that's okay. I'm just...
As I
bragging with
understand
Frog.
it, your excretion kind of has a bit of a shelf life. It probably dries out and loses its potency. If only you had an alchemist who might be able to find a stabilizing agent to mix in with it.
No, I'm not touching you, you freak.
Says the Lich.
Yes, says the Lich, precisely. Says the Lich. Stop asking me to touch your weird skin.
I wanna hold your hand.
Blends into that kind of thing. I'm not that down with this.
So, yeah, it is a feat, or not a feat. It's a thing with this creature, this race. It's you could apply this poison to any piercing weapon as a part of an attack that.
Right,
that
that's my point. You can code it, but the way it's worded is it's like an in the moment sort of thing. That it doesn't last especially long.
Huh. And it says that I can do that as a part of an attack. So is it like as I use the rapier and I like.
Yep. That's
Weird.
that's pretty much how I see it.
This is
Like,
not
you
a bonus
also
action
use
to
a
do it.
rapier. Do we have 3 people who use a rapier in this party?
I'm a monk, actually. I don't have any. I guess if I
If
can
she's
use
a
a dart
monk, does
as
that
a
mean her
monk.
fists are poisoned? Because she has poisoned skin, so when she
I mean,
does an
she's
unarmed
got a
attack,
point.
her fists would be poisoned.
More or less, yeah.
Yeah, and he comes in direct contact with your skin, so I suppose so.
Can my primary? I would like for this character, when they attack with their unarmed strike, it's just a backhanded slap with my skin. Yep, that'll be the primary. Anyways, thank you for this time. I'm just getting into character.
Such a weird little creature.
I know. How does the next hour or 2 hours go to finish our long rest?
Uneventful as the sun crests the horizon and you're all rested.
Ribbit, do you have any sort of plan or goal? Or are you just hanging about with us for the rest of your life?
Thanks for asking. I need to find a new clan, and so far, I'm testing you guys out.
You don't have, like, any hopes of starting a family or anything like that? Because we wouldn't suffice for that. We would be completely useless for that. Do you have, like, any actual dream? Do you have a dream?
Why are you giving him such a hard time? Look at him. You're gonna make him cry.
I'm his entire clan, so I can't tell whether they genuinely want to be a part of our group or whether they want to murder me in my sleep.
Probably both.
Well,
I
yes,
like
I mean, in
knows
fairness,
that.
we all want to murder you in your sleep. So
yes, but some of you more than others. I need to work out who's the most likely to kill me. I can't watch all of you simultaneously while you're sleeping. I have to keep an eye. I have to know
Why
who
not?
to look
You
at the
don't
most.
sleep. Why not? You don't sleep. It seems pretty simple to.
It's a terrible pain on my neck to keep turning and looking at all of you. If we could just look at one of you at a time.
You just need to find a
You've been
better
registered.
vantage point. That's all there is to it.
Well, it's a bit hard when I'm the one who has to stay in the dome, but fine. Fine, I apologize, Ribbit. Just hang about. What about you, Lauren? Do you have a goal to plan? Whatever, fine. Clearly I'm crazy for wondering why 3 people showed up and wanted to walk around with a lich and a thief
I
in the
don't.
middle of the jungle.
The only reason I'm here is
Who's the
because
thief?
we have the same
you
goal.
calling me a thief?
Do you not refer to yourself as the thief?
No.
Apologies. Apologies.
Jeez,
I
man.
I thought he
misspoke.
was a pirate. When I heard of him, I heard of him as a pirate.
I thought thievery was an important part of piracy.
It's usually up to the discretion of the pirates, whereas we prefer to be called swashbucklers, businessmen of the high seas, coral reef accountants, whatever you want to call us.
Whole reef account. What was that?
Right, well, apologies for wanting to get to know my party mates. Shan't do it again.
You should know
Let's
him by
just go
now.
to this temple.
He's a weird little frog. What do you need to know about him?
I want to know if he's trying to kill me or not.
He doesn't give a shit about
I'm
you.
I'm right here, guys. I'm right here. Can I approach Bremner? You're about my height, I believe, right? You're
Maybe a little taller, but yes, I think I'm about 4
Can I
foot or something.
Can I pick him up? Ribbit, will you let me pick you up to bring you to eye level?
up.
Okay, come on.
Okay, and I attempt, or my face approaches Bremner's face to get uncomfortably close because that's the grung culture. And I say, I'm sorry to have hurt your neck and to have inconvenienced you, but I promise that when I find my new clan, I'll leave you. But until then, I can slap around with some foes and I'd like to learn what a giant is. That would be really cool. Giant. That's how you say it. Yeah. So, is it okay if I continue to, as you said, hang about?
Yeah, man, you're more than welcome. Come on.
That's fine. Man. I don't have any authority here.
Thanks.
Right,
let's shake on it.
Shake his hand. Shake his little little paw thing. She gets a
I
little paw.
summon my mage hand to shake your hand.
Ha! Big ol' smile. Excellent. Is it time to go?
Yes, let's go. Come along, Revy.
Come on, Tor.
And as you set out for the day, I think that's a good point to pause and take a 5-minute break.
There we go.
Cool.
Indeed.
Be back in a few minutes then.
This stream deck's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I'm really liking the way it's working out.
Oh, did you drop a new picture?
No, I what, like, of the stream deck?
Yeah. Oh, you got your device. Never mind. I misinterpreted.
Well, the stream deck, not the camera. The camera comes on Wednesday, and I should have that all set up as well by then. Here, I'll drop it in our Tomb of Annihilation chat.
Are you already fiddling around with the stream deck?
Yeah. I haven't had any time other than last night's session and tonight to kind of fiddle with it. In last night's session, I didn't really do anything with it, but it's integrated. It has both OBS and XSplit on it. So because I use XSplit, I can set up the scenes and everything on here as buttons, so I can switch between, shots of the DM and shots of the group by just pressing a button. I don't have to worry about mousing over the button and pressing it. And I can bring up stuff like mute. Like if I hit a button, it shows me everybody who's in chat, and I can mute people or I can ban them if they're spamming stuff, so I don't have to / type ban, and it makes that easier. But once I get it all dialed in, I can have all the scenes, like I can cut to Bremner in the DM or you in the DM or whatever, Shanks in the DM, and switch scenes and stuff. I can even play sound effects. I don't know if you guys can actually hear the sound effects that I play through it, but I think I can put it. I think the stream hears them, so I'm gonna turn up the stream and I'm gonna see if you can hear through the stream.
Me too.
So I got like a cash register.
There must be a longer delay on the stream,
there
I
it is.
believe.
Yeah, it is. So it just went off for me. So it plays on the stream.
Yeah.
So like if we buy something, I can hit cash register. If somebody's walking, I have footsteps on here. I don't know how loud they're gonna be though. But I also, for our group especially, programmed in a sound for a pass
Oh,
of
footsteps.
a passive of death save.
Ba-da-da. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
And if we fail a death save, so I need to find a sound to play when somebody gets like a natural 20 and one for a crit fail as well.
Are you purchasing these from any particular location?
No, it's just all down. Like some of here, hold on, let me mute the stream. Some of the different programs on here, like what are the terms I'm looking for? The modules for the Stream Deck have sound effects, but you can also add your own sound effects to a library and use that as well. So I can just download sound effects from pretty much anywhere.
Very cool. And yeah, there's a lot of great libraries out there. I found some for my spell effects last night.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. But I have just basic stuff. So I was just toying around with that stuff. I also have it so that it auto generates chat messages like don't forget to subscribe, or our next stream is going to be Friday evening, and I have one program for when we play on Fridays. Thanks for watching today, everyone. Drop us a follow. So I have it, like, I can cut down a lot of the time I spend clicking around and typing and bullshit like that. There should be one for clear chat as well. I gotta see if I can find that one.
That failed death save sound, the wham. Those are called what are they in audio engineering or audio sound engineering? Excuse me. It's something like an audio tag or a just the autonomic nervous system effectors. It's an underlaying like Michael Bay type thing to increase the anxiety of a scene. And there's tons of them. There's so many different whams and
Oh yeah, totally.
orbs.
And what's cool about the Stream Deck is like all the buttons are completely animated. You can put like GIFs and stuff and use them as buttons. So a lot of these, button packs and stuff are animated. Just kind of makes it cool. It's kind of fun to have on your desk. But other than that, it's really going to help out just with production with the stream. Once I get it completely loaded and set up, you can just hit one button, start the stream, stop the stream. You can do clips, like I can set it to take stream clips just with the press of a button.
So each one of the squares, each one of the buttons has its own little LED in it, so it can totally customizable.
Yeah. Here,
Nice.
I wonder if it'll let me take a video of this with my phone and post that in our Discord. Let's try some stuff. Okay, I did like a 4-second video. I'll post that in our boop. We should be able to, right? 8.7 megabytes. We've boosted the server.
Yeah, we should be able to, and I think it will. Yeah, it embedded it. That's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, and it moves too. So that's the movement of each button wasn't captured in the picture before. That's really cool.
Yeah. So it's fun. There's tons of GIFs that you can download that are all animated or whatever. So it just sits on the desk and you can program it to virtually do anything. I'm gonna see if I can program it to like macro everything out where I press one button and it brings up like XSplit, Twitch chat, the actual game board. So I can set up the stream with just one push of a button.
You're killing it, dog. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, and I like how you can stack these. So if I wanted to, I can buy like another 1 or 2 more of these things and just have like 100 buttons, sound effects, songs, overlay stuff. Like I want to program it to put some pop-up stuff. Like you can, this and Streamlabs also is integrated. So the Streamlabs does a lot of stuff too. New followers. We can do in the future when we do like giveaways and stuff. We can do overlays that pop up. And I'm a production nerd, so like from a production standpoint, it's really interesting.
I know how you dive into projects too, and it's super cool. Like when you set out to do something, you tend to do it really well. Like
That's
your
my
Boba Fett
super
helmet. Making really good mead, building your computer, the Stream Deck.
My collection of D&D crap.
Oh my god, yeah, that was a phase.
This is how bad ADD works. Like you find something and you're like, oh, I'm gonna learn everything I can about that. Then you just spend like months doing it, and then one day you're just like, I'm gonna move on to something else. Like remember when I was doing all those like buildings and like terrain pieces and stuff like that? That lasted for a while.
Totally.
I still have all that stuff too, and like I'm always like, man, I wish I had time to do it because it does take a lot of time. That was before Purple Worm, I think.
I think you guys probably just had her.
Yeah, about 2 years ago.
Pretty sure.
The problem with that is I just don't have space to store any of the buildings and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just you need like a lot of space to get into that terrain building stuff. I'd made a bunch of stuff and then just gave it to the game shop down the street from my house. I said, here, if anybody wants to game with this stuff, feel free.
Oh, that's it. That is awesome.
I bet they love that.
Yeah, they didn't have any terrain pieces.
Our local game store here is Fantasy Flight. They also develop games.
Oh, yeah.
So half their warehouse is the development side. The other half was a gaming side, and they had huge terrains that were full build-ups for playing Warhammer or
That's awesome.
anything. It's just super cool. And then they had a cafe and a whole wall of games, and it's still there. I think it's under a different name, but love that place.
Yeah, apparently there's a couple interesting places like that around here in Vegas that I'm just finding out about. I was at a casino gambling last week, and I was wearing a Dungeons and Dragons t-shirt, and then the pit boss, who is this lady, walks up and she's like, "Oh, cool, you play?" And I was like, "Yeah, I play. Do you play?" And she's like, "Yeah." So we like had this giant nerd conversation for like 2 or 3 hours about like where people like to, game in Las Vegas.
Oh, that's awesome. Love that. It's part of the culture. People, there's always something to talk about. I have one more shout out. There's a game night lounge in Portland, Oregon. Went there in 2019. A friend took me there because she knows that I love tabletops, but they have a whole wall of board games that you can just go and pick out. But then they also have a bar, and the bartenders have a D20 and a little pop-it thing that you go, and it pops the die if you choose, and then whatever the D20 rolls, there's a shot that they'll make based on that, and
Oh,
it's
that's pretty
always
interesting.
$5. And
I told you my
like
D20 story the
an-
other day from the comic book store.
a nat one gets you like something curdled, like
Oh,
really
gross.
nasty.
Oh,
I don't know if I'm
Yeah,
ready
so
to
there's
do that.
stakes.
The Simon and me is gonna come out and just fucking get blackout drunk in like 20 minutes at that bar.
Dangerous, man.
dangerous man.
We good to go?
Mm-hmm.
The moderator cleared the chat.
Yeah, I was just testing a feature. For everybody who's not a moderator, chat should have gone blank. Like everybody's messages get removed and whatnot.
Okay.
I'm just trying, like I think when you went away I was saying how I'm using this stream deck to like try and build in stuff like that. It'll help us. Like if somebody comes in here to troll, I can clear chat, ban them. I'm trying to set it up so it's easy. It's just to push up a button.
Cool feature.
Yeah, it's gonna get really fun once we have those overlays. Once those overlays are done and we've got like transitions, video transitions and stuff, I'll be able to just push all the buttons and produce like a live show. You know what I mean?
Nice.
All right. Well, we're back.
All right.
We
so
are.
following the zombie or undead knight, death knight, or do we actually know what he is?
No, I failed.
Okay, so do a quick little summary for me real quick. What just happened? An undead knight came out of the forest while we were having our rest. Said he's looking for giants because a giant killed him, right? By a statue, and that's why we're going is the statue.
Yes, and you're going to track the clan of giants to wherever they're at now so that we can find out why they're giants on this island where there aren't supposed to be giants.
And has anybody maybe had the thought he's tricking us to following him into the jungle to kill us all?
He's not lying, because even though Bremner failed his Arcana check, he passed his Control Undead check.
Okay, I'm just putting out the obvious here.
How dare
Putting
you
out the obvious.
question my allies?
I trust
Trust you
Bremner
more than I trust
to a
you.
degree.
Well, that's good, because I don't trust any of you except for Ribbit. And that's because I haven't decided to kill her yet.
Yes, you're clinically insane.
It's like, yes!
Wait,
God
what?
damn it.
I'm in danger. Oh boy. So we're making our way. We are out
Making our way
into the
down.
thicket. The thick of it.
into the thick of it.
These are all
How are the
sound effects
bugs?
that I'm adding to this board, so you guys are
Oh.
giving me inspiration.
Okay, so out of curiosity, so I can get a sense and so can the viewers, why are you suddenly pivoting your objective to go towards a statue?
I
Did he
mean,
turn around the same time that this curse appeared? Or
2 months ago. That's like a month before the curse happened.
I'd put it more
never mind.
simply than that.
Yeah.
You gave us an opportunity to derail the campaign, so therefore we take this opportunity every time. So
I see.
We
Well,
have an extreme
more
case.
practically, this guy got murdered by giants. He kind of said, "No, they're definitely not around here," and I don't really want to just wander into them. So I'd rather go to the source of
What's
these
his name
giants
again?
and figure out where
Thor?
they went and go in the other direction if possible.
Tovar.
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 Right.
Tovar.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna help you, and I got your back on this, man. I'm not a big fan of giants, but if there's like a belt of giant strength, I don't know why a giant would have a belt of giant strength or something like that. I'm calling dibs right now. Maybe he wants to double up on his giant strength.
Yeah, probably not.
Not how that works.
Who knows? Who makes belts of giant strength? Giants, right?
No.
That's
That
not
seems
how it
pretty
works.
silly. Let's equip other people with our impressive and unique strengths so that it's we want a more even playing field.
I mean,
They
I
don't
don't
make-
see.
they don't
There's
make
no
potions.
fault in that logic at all. Okay.
They don't make potions of giant strength either.
Yeah, they don't go, let's go clip one of our toenails and drop it in a little vial.
You don't know that?
I think he kind of
Giants
does as the
hit-
GM.
You see how meaningless it is when they say master of the universe? I can't even convince them that I know who makes potions.
No, I've just been sitting in games where you're like, yeah, that sounds feasible. Let's go with that. I think everything's up for grabs.
Tovar, what kind of giants killed you?
They set upon me in my camp in the night. I did not see what kind they were. I was too busy trying to survive.
You
Yeah,
got
see, that could be a problem.
ambushed by giants. Are they particularly stealthy?
You could give me a history check if you wanted to.
Are they stealthy? I will. Bam!
That's a pretty good history check. Oh my goodness.
I am a nerd.
I am a history nerd.
Yeah, man.
I mean, you've never heard of them being particularly clunky aside from their size, so you suppose it's possible if it was nighttime and you couldn't see them coming that they wouldn't be so clumsy that they're just tripping over everything.
Heads up, I think he might be an idiot. But
Tovar, how many were in your camp the night that you died? Were you alone?
8 of the Flaming Fist were killed that night.
How many were reanimated? Just you, or were there others?
I was the only one when I left their bodies buried.
we get on very well with the Flaming Fist, so it's good that you found us.
Deception check.
Yeah,
He just looks at you and he says, I care not what your stance was with them. My purpose
They hate
was
us.
for other
They hate us
things.
a lot.
Yeah, that's okay.
Well,
they probably wouldn't
mostly
care for you
shades,
in
to
your
be
current
fair.
state either.
Right, hey, regardless, I want to find a statue. We already found one that released the blue mist. This one, I'm curious. Maybe it makes more undead.
If this one makes undead, could it be the source of the undead that's been haunting this island for hundreds and hundreds of years?
Entirely possible. Or it could also have been adapted to affect that could be related to the curse in some way.
That would
Who
just
knows?
that would be ironic that the fists are completely incompetent, that they were sleeping underneath the statue that they were sent to deal with, and they
Well, their incompetence is boundless and well known, but
We weren't there to check on a statue, he says in confusion.
well, of course not.
Why
I
would
don't know the
you
source.
think that?
But if the statue, no, it doesn't matter. Let's go find what's going on with this giants.
Maybe this mysterious temple or statue will give us a clue as to where to look next for the undead curse across the land.
I'm still trying to figure out why the giants are here.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. He might have mistaken them. They might not even be giants. He doesn't seem all that well, mentally. So
This figure draws his longsword and levels it at you, and he says, "Say that again?"
I'm joking. Do you not know about friends banter? I'm very good at banter, aren't I, everyone?
Yeah, sure, he's the best.
Hilarious.
Did I miss something where we became friends?
Lower the sword. There's no need to fight here. You have the giants to kill, surely. They're more important than me being a bit of a dick.
Touchy,
Come on.
touchy.
Jeez. Tough crowd. Let's...
Where were
Yeah.
you headed before this?
We said, well, to the Aldani Basin, if you must know. Have you ever been?
We were headed there before we were set upon.
Interesting. We heard there was an encampment of mages there. Is that why you were heading that way?
We had heard rumors of the Wizards of Thay, yes.
Well, then, after we've checked out this place, would you like to come along? We'll gladly. I assume you were going to kill these mages, or kill them or ally with them? What was your intention?
We were to hunt them down and learn of their forces more than anything. We had no delusions that a group of flaming fists could kill an entire encampment of wizards, red or otherwise. But to gain information.
Oh no.
Who are you beating up, Ribbit?
Oh my god, the animation. That's what I was doing. Whoops. There's a lot going on
yes,
there. I'll take care of that, but I just wanted
there
to
was a
test that.
Sithra on there.
I needed a target. I wasn't going to start hitting you guys.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
How much further is this statue?
It is some ways. Are you certain you wish to go there?
Is it in the direction of the Aldani Basin, or is it
Opposite, it's due north.
Oh, forget it. Let's just go to the basin. What do you think, everyone? Just go to the basin?
Yeah, let's just go to the basin.
Let's go to the
Yeah,
basin.
because he said that the giants have already left. There's really no reason to go there.
All right. Let's just go to the basin. We've got a boat. Let's go.
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, I think going up to the it's just kind of a wild goose chase to go back up there. I don't think we're going to find anything.
I agree.
All right, everybody in the boats. We're heading south.
Alright, we'll hop back in the boat.
I hop in the
As
boat.
Torvar is clambering inside, he kind of looks down and he says, I don't suppose you have anything useful I could use. My garments are quite soiled by earth and mud, and even my sword is rather rusted.
Did anyone take that full plate? That non-magical full plate? I don't know what we did with it.
I thought we put a bunch of stuff in the other thing.
Yeah, we
Didn't-
have a bag full of stuff, which should have plate or other stuff in it.
I think we have a boat full of the stuff that we were planning
Yeah, we
to
got a
sell.
boat full of the stuff from that we're gonna.
So give
That
him a
would-
sword and some plate, and he should be okay.
Oh,
Yeah, here, come in this boat. I'll give you a hand. And I offer my hand to Tovar to.
I'm
help
trying to
him
poison
step up.
things.
Well, oh,
Good thing he's already dead or undead, I guess, as the case may be. All right.
Does he
so
does he accept my help?
He does, as he pulls himself up into the boat.
Yeah. So
all right,
look at
so
all
would he
this
wear
stuff.
would he wear full plate, or would he be more likely to wear some of the other
He's
things?
he's more than capable of wearing plate.
All right, so he can have the non-magical full plate. What kind of sword does he want?
He's adept with any sword.
Because we found a bunch of different swords and stuff in the pile, right?
Biggest one we can find, I suppose.
Oh, fine. I'll give him the backup greatsword that I found that was non-magical.
He picks it up and gives a heft, and he shrugs and he says, "I can make use of this, I think." The plate armor is of a servant of Helm, and it has Helm's inscription on the chest.
Perfect fit.
In the daytime, you're also able to see his face is pretty. Well, it's like Bremner's. It's not so savory to look at.
Harsh.
Is it though?
It's fair, it's still harsh. I don't go around insulting your NPC's looks. Fine. I'm unpleasant to look at. I'll make a
I
note
will
of that.
insult my own looks, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you're a lich. You insulting my NPCs
All I'm
is
saying,
the pot calling the teacup
there's
black.
a lot of anti-undead, anti-lich rhetoric. I feel like we should be trying to move past this. But, you know,
You guys are the ones that wanted to use cameras. I mean, come on.
Oh, Phil.
harsh.
Oh,
Very
let's throw
harsh.
in some shade.
I'm gonna go now. How do I turn this?
Do you need some
thing?
ice? Too bad it's a jungle.
All I do is get to this basin. We've been going to this basin for the past, what feels like several months.
Bremner, it's well established that your language of love is affirmation. Well,
This is not canon.
hey, this is not canon.
So sorry, which weapon do you give him? You have an abundance of weapons amongst you all.
Great
already
sword,
gave
I think. Playing
Yeah, I
great
gave him
sword.
the greatsword.
Okay.
So he's got full plate armor and a greatsword. Does he need
Cool.
anything else? Does he want anything else?
Be a little careful of equipping. Like, I try to whisper, like, be a little careful of equipping the guy. Like, so people have turned on us before. I don't really want to give them like the key to murdering us all in our sleep.
If he can hurt you with a non-magical greatsword, you've got other problems.
Weren't you taken down by a man with a non-magical greatsword?
He wasn't a
Not a
man.
day ago.
He was a monster.
It was the same greatsword!
That was literally this greatsword.
But it wasn't a man. It was a monster. This
That was a man. That was a man. He was a human man.
It looked like a baby to me. Some sort of small child attacked you with a greatsword.
Yes. So you have given so at this point you started to put the pieces together. Bremner, at least you can safely conclude this at least was a revenant. You're not certain if he still constitutes being one, since you have exerted your will on his. He may not have that same drive for revenge that keeps him alive. So now he's more like a super beefed up zombie, but with some free will and mindfulness.
Yes. Okay. Interesting.
He's a non-magical lich.
Oh, so a superior being to everyone we have in our party. Excellent. Could do with some mental health.
I mean, I wasn't going to say it, but
It doesn't need saying.
Well then, welcome aboard. All right. So he's got armor and a weapon. He doesn't need magic.
We can give him a potion, I suppose. I don't. Here, take one of my potions of healing. I don't know if it'll help.
he kind of looks at it and he's like, "As you wish.
Right, he
Is
has
this
magic.
for myself or to help you?" He has magic. What?
Right, I was just going to say, now he has that magic, can we just get on with going to the basin? Use it on me if I go down, or use it on yourself if you think it might help.
Were you about to say if I go down?
No, because that doesn't make any sense. That's why I didn't say it. Obviously. But, you know, you can use it on one of my allies if they go down as well. I have one that I'll use on you if you go down. Friendship, I hear.
There's a lot of going down amongst you all, I see.
Oh my word.
Lots.
Look, can we just... Never mind.
Glad to have you aboard.
That's Ribbit. I killed their entire family.
Pauses at that and turns and looks and he says, "Does that happen amongst you often?"
Not
Well,
very.
we had a bard with us at one point that sent dinosaurs rampaging through a town once.
Funny story. I'll tell you later.
And then we had Bremner set a church on fire, trying to attack a what was he?
An assassin. And I
assassin.
didn't try. I successfully helped kill that assassin. Thank
Well,
you. Got nothing but grief for it.
Yeah. So, but not very often. No. Mm-mm. We're pretty normal for the most part.
Average Joes.
Actually, this character wouldn't know any of that, so disregard everything
Yeah,
I just said.
I said all this repeatedly,
Everything
talking about my greatest hits.
just said because Goloff knows none of that. So
We've had time together. I would have shared stories of my greatest achievements.
all right, so now he's equipped, so let's carry on down the river. Towards Aldani Basin. Past Mala. At least I am assuming that we're going past Mbala.
you are headed off in that general direction as you are entering firmly unknown terrain for yourselves, as it's not even marked on your map, save that random square of Imbala. About midday, you can come into view of a wide opening as the Aldani Basin spreads out before you. And I have to go in and edit the map somewhat for you to see, but I can give a snippet of this area that you can see before you. I genuinely wasn't sure you were going to be making it all the way down here yet.
Well, we did. We surprised ourselves. We actually did something today. I'm so proud of us when we do things. Like, when we play Mad Mage and we get through another level, I'm like, yes! We didn't go backwards.
did
for once.
something.
Yeah.
You have been going backwards for a long time there.
Yeah.
I'm still looking forward to when we actually reach the tomb.
It's gonna be a long time, I suspect, at the rate we're going.
It'll be a year.
Yeah, Mad Mage, we are on our second year and halfway through it.
Oh my goodness.
We played Strahd for at least a year and a half before you even showed up.
So everybody can get a glimpse. This is the stretch of map that's unveiled before you.
Ooh. The Aldani Basin.
You've made it.
I realize none of us have come up with any sort of plan or solution to a large group of mages, yes?
So we're fighting these guys.
Or
I don't
we
think we've
could
decided
try
to fight
diplomacy, yeah?
I think we've talked about investigating to see if we actually think that they're connected to the curse at all.
And what
Indeed.
were the name of these mages again?
The Red Wizards of Thay.
I'm gonna do a
Gilgamesh
Can I do a
didn't
history
wanna-
check to see if I've ever heard of them?
Yeah,
Gilgamesh
you can
didn't
try,
wanna have
dude.
I feel like Flynn
anything
would
to do
have
with
heard of these people already. I'm sorry,
Not
did you
really
just
did
fucking
this.
say the Red Wizards of Thay? That's who we're...
Yes, I know quite a bit about them.
Yeah, so do I. And you just... I'm going diplomacy on this one.
Yeah.
Torvar looks at you and he says, "You know of them?"
Know of them? Who doesn't know of them?
I imagine Ribbit doesn't know of them.
Ribby, you ever heard of the Red Wizards of Thay?
No, who are they?
Oh my god.
Bad news.
Bad news is an understatement. You don't... Why?
I blink twice slowly. Okay. Well, what do they have to do with this?
Hopefully nothing, because we don't want to tangle with them if we don't have to.
Yeah. So we're gonna go in there. Nobody... And I look like directly at Shanks. And I'm like, nobody's gonna start any unnecessary problems with these wizards. They will melt us. They will melt us. They don't even... They have to like us or we're probably not walking out of there alive.
We need to tie up Shanks and put him in a box.
I mean, kidnapping and murder is a bit of a stretch. He just needs to understand. And I'm shaking my head up and down in Shanks, saying, you just need to understand that you do not provoke them. Do not provoke them. I'm going to say it again. Do not provoke them.
No one seems to be saying it.
Do not provoke them, yes.
Flynn goes into his bag and pulls out like a scrap of paper and a quill, I guess. And he starts writing, sitting down and writing, and it just says, Last Will and Testament of Flynn.
Yeah, that's about it.
And listing things off while the boat's floating downstream.
As you are rolling into view of the Eldani Basin and seeing it stretch out all around you, a shadow is cast overhead, directly onto like a cloud. But as you look up, you do not see a cloud. Instead, high up above, though difficult to tell precisely how much so, you see a massive chunk of earth and rock drifting overhead.
Of course we do. At least it's not falling down on our heads.
That's a funny
So
looking
very
cloud.
slowly or from very far away.
Do you think that's where we're meant to go?
As you're staring at it, you can see it is slowly rotating as it drifts. And this is the view that you see here.
So it's floating, not being thrown.
Anybody want to go and have a look?
How high up is it?
It's hard to tell because you don't know how big it is. So that's creating some problems judging scale. It is either incredibly large and like 1,000 feet away, very large and a few hundred feet away, or a lot tinier than it seems, and it's 50 feet above.
As we scan the rest of the sky, do we see others of its kind, or is this the only one we see in the sky?
That is the only one that you see. Torvar seems to be completely clueless about this as well as he looks up and he says, "Am I seeing an island of stone?"
Yeah, well, that's something you don't see every day.
This is not related to your wizards in any way, then.
He looks at you and he says, "Do I look like a wizard? Who
Don't
knows,
look
maybe that is
wizards.
their magic."
Oh, okay. Well, I would explain why everyone's so afraid of them. That's quite an impressive feat. I don't think it would take even me a little while to figure out how to do that. Is there any other discernible structure around that's more likely to be their headquarters? Base building? Anything you can see?
In the swamp, you do not see anything else discernible right now.
Well,
As you stare at it longer, it is drifting kind of southeastwards. And you can make out petrified tree, a single petrified tree on it. And as it rotates, you can get a sense of a vague heart shape of the whole structure. And the whole thing is made somewhat more gruesome as you can just make out red liquid appearing to drip out from the roots of this petrified tree out of the bottom of this floating structure.
do we intend to go there?
I wouldn't know how to get there if we did, unless we used the rock.
We could use the rock, however.
Is it in the
Possible
pathway of the
stations.
river?
Based on the orientation of the sun right now, it is about. Sorry. Let me move over. Based on the orientation of the sun, it is about here right now, but seems to be arcing in this direction.
How about this? I'm curious. What if we follow it? Yeah? It may take us to something interesting or clues about the death curse.
Yes, I don't think we should. Does anyone have any sort of method of reaching that kind of place other than myself? I don't really want to waste all my spells on this.
Here, let me try. And I jump using my 15-foot high jump from a standstill, and it goes 15 feet. Nope, I don't think I can reach it. But it's hard to tell.
I am ever grateful that you decided to join us. Thank you.
That was a valiant attempt. Valiant.
It came with that sound too, like.
All right, fine.
Somebody want to fly up
I
there?
can misty step 30 feet. That's about it.
Who do I trust?
Trust no one. Kill everyone.
Corvair is
Jesus, I cast
eyeing
disintegrate.
Bremner, and he says, "Truly, you think they might be up there?"
They're wizards. And I could certainly get up there. It wouldn't be that difficult. Flynn, do you want to go have a little recon?
Yeah, absolutely. What do you need me to do? Climb up? Can I even? How far above? It's so far up, right? I can't do recon, right?
You would guess
No.
it's about 200 feet up in the air. Now that you're getting a better feel for size and scale.
Can you?
100 feet, you say?
Can you get me up there?
Yeah, I turn you into a giant eagle. Giant eagle.
I'm totally
No,
okay with this.
You are or not?
Oh, I am.
Lovely. Then who wants to ride him? How big is a giant eagle? Yeah, large. 16 strength. How many can he take? Just the one? Or none?
2 creatures, probably.
Frog Boy is probably quite light.
I hop on. Yeah. Wait, I didn't ask. Flynn, are you okay with this?
Yeah.
Wow, you sound funny for a giant eagle.
God. and I like bob my head. Yes, yes.
And I shall go as well. Quick. Ascend.
And then Flynn, you could go back and pick up Shanks and Lauren too.
I'm gonna fly up. I'll fly up and I'll drop a ribbit off at the top, and then I will
Get
do
up
the
to
same. I will ferry everybody up there.
Give me a look at that as soon as we land.
As Flynn the Eagle is flying up there, let's see. Eagle's movement speed.
Fly speed of 80.
Crud,
It's gonna
I'm
take.
clearly a lift because I'm flying, and things that are flying have lift. Okay.
This is
Fair.
very fair. No, that is accurate. It takes about 24 to 30 seconds for you to swoosh up there. Problem is, you have a grung on your back.
Oh, stupid grong. Oh, stupid grong.
What is this about the poison? Because I feel like poison wouldn't get through my feathers.
It certainly would. Why wouldn't it?
It certainly
wearing-
would. There's no reason why it wouldn't.
I mean,
Wrong. Oh.
Can we give me some pants or like some, like a pair of gloves maybe? Maybe we should.
I don't think Flynn would allow it, to be honest.
Gloves definitely not
Flynn,
gloves because
It's quite
they'll
into you.
impact your unarmed attacks. But pants might be a good idea.
Only plus
Flynn,
1 to
you're-
the con save as well.
Flynn, you're about 120 feet in the air when you start to trip balls.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear.
I don't know how I should be reacting right now. Why does this always happen to us?
Oh, play an eagle tripping balls, please.
God, God! I turn into like a fucking crow. Like I don't even realize I'm an eagle anymore. I just think I'm a crow, so I'm flying around going, "Gah! Gah! Gah!"
He starts to like breaststroke through the air with his wings.
Yeah. And then I swoop down, and all you hear as I pass is.
And Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds starts to go off in his head. But at 120 feet up, you are at about half health.
Oof.
What? So I just
And-
like fall and hit the ground, is what you're saying?
No, not yet. But you're
Yeah.
at half health, so you have to decide what you do. Do you try to race there and get there in time, or do you return back to the ground? But
Let me roll for this. What would I be rolling? I'm gonna roll perception. Anything over a 15, and I will head to the ground because I will see something on the ground that I like. 17, so yeah, I'm gonna fly down to the ground instead of going back up, and I'm just gonna start pecking on the ground like and I'm just pecking for worms or whatever in the ground, tripping my ass off.
well, you got higher than a 15.
That's what I'm saying. I saw something, my perception saw something, my eagle eye saw something on the ground, the worms, and I wanted to come and pick them.
So you swoop back down, racing as your skin is beginning to crawl, like you're feeling ants all over your skin. There's a tingling sensation as the back of your neck kind of just like goes numb, and your wings begin to tighten up from the poison. But you touch down just as you drop out of your eagle form.
I'm still, like, even as Flynn, I'm like, I'm still tripping.
Yep.
Is it obvious what happened at all? That it was the grung, or is it easy?
Yeah, he's able to figure that out as soon as he touches back down and he gets his intelligence again.
Right, shall we try that again? But no grung this time.
Is there somebody who can heal me before I go back up? Or was it, wait, that was the bird's health. It's not Flynn's health.
Exactly, you're fine.
Yeah, so I'm
Yeah,
fine. Yeah, I'm good. Come on. Lay it on me.
No, actually, it probably makes more sense to just turn the fucking grung into a bird.
Yeah, that does actually make more sense. Thank you for not making me go through that again.
Yes, fine. Okay, let's try this one more time.
I turn into a giant eagle.
Yes, please take us up there, and please don't poison us.
Be the wind. I'll be the wind beneath your wings.
not the spit in your face.
I land next to Flynn, and as I land, my wings come in, and then I flare them out like this, and I go in for a hug.
Oh,
Eagly style.
My buddy. I can't believe Eagly's hugging me right now. You guys get a picture of this?
Dad, get my camera. Get a picture of this? Yes, exactly. But then I gesture with my head like, let's go, and then do the same with Lauren and Shanks. And Tovar. Well, I guess I have to take two loads, so
Take me,
I
please.
fly up
The
Crazy.
first load along
Boom.
with Flynn.
with Flynn.
Me and Flynn, I think, would be ideal, because then I can get us back if worse comes to worse.
And then I land on the floating rock.
As you're swooping up and around, mercifully not poisoning everyone on there. I was so happy when you talked about that plan. Like, oh, this is going to be amazing.
Our first order of
Jerk.
business is getting him them pants.
Swooping around, from what you can see, there is a lower landing area that appears to have the entrance to a tunnel into the center of this large stone, with some stairs spiraling up and around, and then the top of it is almost completely flat, save this petrified tree trunk. What part do you wish to touch down at?
Next to the petrified tree trunk.
Okay. As you flap around and touch down there, you settle and everyone can disembark while you have to go down and pick up another load.
I do so.
And after about 3 minutes, call it 4 minutes up and down, Everyone is situated at the top of this large floating stone that's some 60 to 80 feet across the top and 150 to 200 feet tall now that you're up here. And as you touch down on the top of this floating rock, that is where we will pause for today.
No.
And that was a thoroughly chill session. No one got harmed in the
It's
slightest.
so weird. I haven't had a session like that.
That eagle died. Poor eagle.
Sorry about that.
Wait, we didn't even get into a fight that session.
Nope, no fights.
What the? What? Okay.
I did punch
Can
a bird.
happen. I have heard.
That
I did punch
happens?
I did punch a bird in the face, though.
Yeah, that was
Ooh.
pretty freaking.
Yeah, you've been murdering my polymorphs today.
What's that, Bremner?
My polymorphs, 2 of them were murdered to death, so...
Oh,
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
keep bonking them.
He's building us a false sense of security, and in like 2 sessions, he's just gonna hit us with the hammer.
We're totally gonna spend 5 minutes looking around this place and immediately the giants. This is the giants' home and there's 100 of them and
Basically,
they
yeah.
don't take kindly to strangers.
And we're stuck on a rock with him.
This is some sort of metaphor for Jack and the Beanstalk. And we didn't do the beanstalk bit, so...
Well, for everyone who was watching, thank you so much. Sorry this was a pretty boring one by all accounts, typically speaking. But they can act responsibly sometimes. Even made a friend, enthralled and undead to their side.
I like how Chorik's in our chat. You didn't have enough last night, buddy? You didn't get enough of it?
He wasn't here last night.
Back for
He had to watch
more?
afterwards.
Yeah, I know. I heard, yeah.
Oh, Jorik.
So when
We
Nick
killed you.
comes back, we need to reiterate to him, no enticing the red wizards of Thay.
He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it and get us all killed. That's exactly what's gonna happen.
He's not gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
He's gonna do it.
The only question is how, and how badly we all die, and how quickly.
You have a point.
We'll have to tune in next time to find out, and I'm excited for next week. At the end of the session every week, I'm like, oh, can it be Friday again? Oh, can it be Saturday again?
Yep.
So thank you all for playing, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
Yeah,
Take care, everybody.